kid. Out. Come on. Out. Luna. Kiko. Hey, Luna. Come on. All fucking licks it.
All right. You know what? I think we could just start. And we could just. Luna! Luna! Stop it! God. Luna! Stop! Ah! I'm being attacked! Luna, look, everyone wants to see you on stream. Come on. Come on, everyone wants to see you on stream. You know what? Well, let's make this a bigger thing. You see, everyone wants to see you, Luna. Look, you can see yourself as well. Look, say hi, everyone. Hi. Look, we gave you lots of chicken today. You had peanut butter. You had everything. You even had a runaround. What more do you want? You want to lick my nose? Is that what you want to do? Look, the camera wants to see you hiccup. Somebody help me! This is abuse! Abuse! Luna!
Just going down the chair.
Luna doesn't like bald men? Shush you! Oh, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll do the rockabye. Nope, she does not want it. Okay, how about that? How about that? Oh, there we go. There you go. Now you're comfortable. How's everyone doing? I thought I'd start the stream off with a bit of Luna. But yeah, she just wants to go down. That's enough Luna for today. You know you're going to come back to me, right? And then you're going to be like, please pick me up. And I'm going to be like, no. Here, take her. Alright, down you go, because Daddy has to stream now. Run with the wind. Run like the wind. Alright. Hey, look, all I'm saying is, she meant business. Oh, here, take this in case someone calls for whatever reason. Hey, I did a new purchase. What do you think? Yeah. And a great, there you go. Laura, you're still in the camera. I'm trying to save you, but there's only so much my amazing skills can do. I finally picked up Luna because Amazon did a misprice and it was great. Instead of £45, I got it for $25. Yeah, what I want to do is get an actual proper green screen, but I don't have the space in this room. My son's moving out by the end of the year, apparently. I don't know if he is, but if that follows through, then I'm going to take his room and turn that into my streaming room. Hey man, you can't go wrong with £25 for a brand new game. I've looked for this game. I know it's available on Xbox and everywhere else, but it just kept its price, man. And it's a retro game as well. For those of you that haven't played Luna before, it's like really old. But it's still like £45 and that's the sale price. Retail price is $54. And then Amazon decided that they're going to put it in the wrong category and I got it for $25. Like, I ain't complaining. It's brand new. I will not complain. No. What did DCG promise? Hey, what up, honey? Let me just grab them now, actually. Just don't come. Hey, no. I tried to put you in the camera and you said no. You were fighting for your life to get away from me. Don't give me none. No, don't give me none of that paw now. Don't give me. Oh, now you want the belly rubs, huh? Now you want the belly rubs. So that's what you want. You want the belly rubs. Belly rubs. Come on. Belly rubs. Okay, there you go. She can't go 5 minutes without a belly rub. You know what? I bought Metroid day one and I still haven't played it. I'm really bad at this sort of thing. I just buy games and don't play them. I do need to improve on that though. So, how are we all doing? Honestly though, thanks so much for all of you that have turned up. You know, Bullets was first in line. Then came Paul, the old bastard. Byron. Starfield guy. Cannot wait for a new console. Let's go! Anyone heard from Steve? Steve is doing well. He's out of surgery. Surgery went well. And he's actually recovering. He should be discharged in a few days. So, hopefully, he'll be back to himself in about a week. And it's been an interesting time this week, hasn't it? Where the biggest discourse in gaming hasn't been from the Nintendo fans, it hasn't been from the Xbox fans, it hasn't even been from the PlayStation fans, folks. The biggest discourse this time round this week, if you're involved in it in any way, shape, or form, has come from the gacha community. Unbelievable how many silly people there are out there that are just crying their eyes out over the dumbest things. I will do that, Calandros. Yeah, Safo, I get that totally. A game kind of has to grab you. Usually I give it like an hour or two. If it doesn't, then I just put it down. It's one of the great things about Game Pass, right? There was a ton of 14 drama recently too. Man, that 14 drama's stupid. They haven't even seen what's coming out and they're complaining. They're complaining before like there's even any real data out. You want Clockwork Revolution? Bioshock is why I went 360 over PS3. Is the music overpowering me? I've just put it down a little bit. I think I put it down too much. But let me know if the music is overpowering me. We do have the Nacon showcase as well to watch today, so we're going to check that out too. So all good stuff. Dude, it's so dumb. The discourse on NTE is ridiculous. And now it's come out, right? That the actual director of the game, not the director, the marketing team came out, and when they were questioned prior to launch, they openly said that there would be use of AI in the game. It's not going to be for anything that's on the front, like the main characters and the art and stuff like that, but more stuff around the rendering in the background. And so it was publicly declared, and people are still crying now. It's so dumb. At this point, I just want everyone to start using AI so these anti-AIers can just go away and just stop playing video games entirely. And you know they're not stopping playing video games, right? You know that they haven't actually stopped. Is this supposed to go this way? Yeah. Yeah, a bit more. DCG said if Helix succeeds, he'll get a Helix tattoo. He said there's no chance of getting the tattoo. Helix succeeding depends on a number of things. I've actually got a video talking about it that's going to come out later today. I'll brush up on it in a little bit so you get like a gist. But that video is going to go into a lot more detail. But we can talk about it here as well. But make sure to check out that video as well. Was supposed to have that video out earlier today, actually. But I ended up going to bed at like 6 a.m. in the morning today. And I woke up quite late in the afternoon, which is a bit unfortunate. And then Luna started playing up. And so video games are video games, content is content, but Luna is my baby. The moment she started playing up, I just had to deal with her for most of today. It is what it is. I don't know, man. It's my first pup that I've ever owned, but it's really transformed our lives. She is just a bundle of joy. I mean, what is success, right? What is the definition of success? Technically, selling one console could be the definition of success, right? But let's dive in because I do want to get to the actual showcase. We have over here, let me just switch over to this and let's do a bit of magic because for some weird reason, this bug with YouTube is really bad. It completely like cripples your machine if you're using if you've got like one YouTube page open Apparently, there's like mass memory leak situations going on with YouTube, and it's really like hurting people's memory. It ends up just absorbing 100% of your memory on your PC. Really nasty stuff. YouTube really need to fix that. But we are going to get more news about Project Helix definitely this year. Now, obviously, that could be June the 7th. I think we might see a teaser, a little bit more than just Project Helix in June. But I think the full reveal for Project Helix is going to be on November the 15th, the day the original Xbox launched. Yeah, there's a massive problem with YouTube at the moment. It looks like they're having trouble fixing it because it's been about a week now. It's been reported a number of times with YouTube where the memory leaks are just crazy. It could also be why I was having trouble trying to stream to 2 locations yesterday, mind you. But I probably doubt that. Trying to stream to 3 locations was probably asking a bit much. That said, though, it is a problem. So if you are having problems with YouTube, just know it's probably not your end, it is YouTube's end. They're suffering severe memory leaks all over at the moment. You think Helix is out further than we think? I don't see it. They need to get rid of the Series X and S pretty much. Considering they've got no vision to really repopulate them in areas, I think they've personally written them off, and they're gonna want to get the Helix out as soon as possible. But yeah, so we should hopefully be seeing an update this year, and I think we're gonna see what it looks like, some features, and we may even see a game or so on there as well. At least something running. That would be really awesome. But I think a 2027 launch is pretty much on point at the moment. Yeah, devs didn't see kits for the Series X until like a month before the Series X launched. That doesn't really mean anything. Although you would want them to have the kits earlier on, they've probably given developers the blueprint for the actual specs of what they are and said basically develop for this. When you get the kits, you can start to optimize. After all, these even the current gen consoles are basically just PCs, right? There's nothing custom in them anymore. Yeah, exactly, Chili. That's pretty much what I said. Alpha. Where did we go to Alpha? Wait, is there going to be a Helix Omega as well? Because if there's a Helix Alpha, there has to be a Helix Omega. And then when you combine them, they do cool things. And if you got that reference, well done. If you didn't get that reference, I'm very disappointed. Wait, I think Sappho got the reference. I think Sappho got the reference. They're Windows based from what I remember and on 32. 32? What do you mean by 32? Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 expansion is for next year, Jan. So I've got between now and January to get up to date with Final Fantasy 14. So we'll be streaming Final Fantasy 14 on on my other YouTube channel. So make sure you come and check it out because it's going to be cool. And I might actually get the Monster Hunter fight done finally, which is a good thing. We all want a bit of Monster Hunter, right? What's this? Oh, wow. This was half an hour ago. A note on our work to combat viewbotting. I remember Gaffalion actually telling Dan Clancy to his face at TwitchCon. Someone recorded it, I believe, where he said that this is literally going to kill Twitch. And he didn't give two shits about it. He didn't care at all. It looks like now that Twitch is actually having a bit of problems, they're actually starting to take it a bit more seriously. There's been a lot of discussion recently about viewbotting on Twitch, and I wanted to share an update on our enforcement efforts. Viewbotting is bad for business, you don't say. It literally hurts all the smaller creators while those paying money gain the advantage. We don't benefit from it, and we believe it harms the creator ecosystem overall. Yeah, people have been saying this for the past 2-3 years, if not more. However, effectively combating viewbotting is challenging. Is it though? As we deploy updates to our real time detection algorithms, viewbotting companies quickly respond with updates to avoid detection. Also, our detection systems must be precise to ensure the legitimate views. Anyway, today we're introducing a new enforcement type that we plan to roll out over the next few weeks for channels identified as persistently viewbotting. So they're basically going to do a trial to see if it actually catches people. We will apply a cap to the streamer's concurrent viewers for a fixed period of time on all Twitch surfaces. The cap will be based upon historical data regarding that character's creators' non-viewbotted traffic. Repeated violations will. Oh, I don't know if this is actually a good thing. What if someone decides to get someone famous on their channel and then they're gonna get like crazy views? You remember how Ninja got was it Craig David or someone on their stream and then they broke all Twitch records? What if that happens? Do they get suspended instantly because that happened? That's not good. This is not the right approach. I mean, obviously that happening to normal people is unlikely, but you get the point I'm making. There's going to be false positives all over the place. Streamers will be notified when an enforcement is applied, along with the duration of the penalty, and can appeal through the appeals portal, which never works. While streamers will be notified, we will not make a follow on announcement when we begin issuing these enforcements and will not publicly share details about when and where these enforcements are applied. Unfortunately, providing details simply makes it easier for companies to work around our interventions. That makes sense. We believe this approach will help us make meaningful progress. So they're basically introducing this to try and tackle what is, the situation, and certain people are going to get false positives and they're going to learn from it. You know what? At least they're doing something. Hey, Sanchez, how's it going? I've had Sticks raid me with 50, 60 people before, and we have like 3, 4. Would I get banned? Probably. I guess the raid would. You wouldn't get banned for that. If it's a raid, I think we'll be fine. But you know what? That raises a good question now, right? If you're being raided, what if someone decides, hey, here's like 1,000 viewers, I'm gonna with 1,000 bots, I'm now going to raid. This will open up raids to be abused, right? It's going to open up the possibility of raids being abused to push like 500 people, 200 people into a channel to boost the thing. It's crazy. This is not the way. This is crazy. So well, I'm not even an affiliate on Twitch anymore. Yes, I know. My son was like, Dad, you created your own Twitch channel again. I said, yeah. No, sorry. He goes, you're going back on Twitch. I go, yeah. Are you going to take back your channel? And I said, yeah. And he goes, but why? I've already done everything on there. I've literally rebranded and everything. Yeah, but you didn't pay for it, did you? Or sign any legal document for it? Dad! Okay, okay. Hey, Rabbi, how's it going? Uh, I do like teasing the kids. And this is why I banned the bots that put messages in my Twitch chat about buying views. I mean, yeah, you ban those instantly. And of course, this is about them earning money. Put it this way: if Twitch could sell you bots legally and get away with it, they would 100% do it. Make no mistake. 100% they would do it. There isn't a doubt in my mind that they would not do it. Look at World of Warcraft. Gold sellers are bad. But hey, now we can sell gold. It's really good because now we make all that money. But if you buy it from those gold sellers, that's bad. That's a bannable offense. But if you give us your money for gold, ah. So it's okay when WoW does it, but not okay when others do it. And it's the same situation here. If Twitch could get away with it, they absolutely would. I'm good, Remy. How are you? I am good. But yeah, going back to the Project Helix, that was a little bit of a segue because I was really shocked at that news. I wasn't expecting it. We should hopefully be hearing something soon, and I reckon, right? And as I've been, I'll go into it in a more detail in my video. But we're going to see a Project Helix S. We're going to see it. I've been talking about this for a number of weeks now, and I reckon that is the approach that they're going to do because I think Helix is going to be really expensive. It's going to be premium. It's going to be expensive. It's going to be upper echelon, but they are going to have a lower spec model for those people that can't afford the premium experience so they can get in through the door and play the games. It's the only thing that makes sense in this current climate. Hey, look, that $80 horse design, that $80 horse is amazing. Oh, housing designs, mate, wasn't it? Where Winds Meet was selling a $50,000 microtransaction, and people still bought it. Will Microsoft release have options turn off Windows OS? I don't think. I don't actually believe anymore that Windows will be on the Xbox Helix console. I think it will be running underneath in the core, but you won't see it. I don't think you're going to be accessing that sort of stuff. Hey, you got that was yours. You got a plot of land that is yours forever in the game, and you got some fancy suit. What more do you want? Yeah, user interface side. I think it's what we. I know I'm seeing other people like Colt and whatnot saying that the the FSC going to be what we get with Helix. I just don't think that's going to be the case. Yeah, it's for the ship and a plot of land. You actually got a really nice like mansion-sized plot of land with it as well, Calandros, and you got a nice suit that's unique to that $50,000. But ever since Tim Sweeney made that statement, I changed my view from back then, and I've been pretty consistent with that as well. So good stuff. Today's Xbox show. What Xbox show? You mean the developers update? That was just a GDC. That was literally just a re-recording of the GDC. There was nothing new there. Rabbit, like I just said, I don't think Windows will be there, but you're not going to be able to access it. And it's what I said, right, Susanna? That's what I actually predicted, that it was going to be purely for developers, nothing for the consumers. Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying, but it turns out it wasn't. Asha is going to promote everything. She just wants to be everywhere and everywhere. And whether it's her promoting it or the AI agent that's picking up keywords and promoting it is unknown. But, you know, it's going to happen. You mean the Evil Dead trailer that has nothing Evil Dead in it except for the Necronomicon, and that's about as far as it goes? Which at least it still has a leg over the Resident Evil movie, which literally has nothing to do with Resident Evil. So at least the Evil Dead movie has the Necronomicon in there, the Book of the Dead. But it has no Bruce Campbell, so it's still a 0 out of 10 for me. Now, if you don't have Bruce Campbell, you can't have the Evil Dead. They're trying to do these new movies, and without Brucey, and sadly I've heard he's ill and not well, but without Brucey, it's just not Evil Dead, man. Hey, the trailer did not show Brucey. I did not see Brucey. If Brucey is in it, it's a 10 out of 10, as long as it's not a cameo. Chaos, do you think Helix doesn't sell as well as Series consoles? Microsoft will shut down Xbox? No. I think their expectations for selling next generation is going to be way lower than is this generation. However, if they do decide to be smart and go down the route of releasing an S variant, I think they will expect the S variant to outsell the premium console. And then they will expect decent sales from that. So it depends if they're going to go down the S and X route, which I think they will, because the average consumer is not going to spend £800 to £1,000 for a console. They're just not going to do that. Not in this economic climate. It's going to outprice, so many people. They need to have an S variant. I mean, even Sony has seen this, right? Sony, there's already specs out for a PlayStation 6S. There's separate specs for a PlayStation 6S, the PlayStation handheld, and the PlayStation 6. So Sony have already seen that the economic climate is crap. Rampocalypse hasn't gone anywhere. Memory Apocalypse hasn't gone anywhere. And so they kind of need to have a lower spec version to hit that price, that certain price point that they need in order to be able to reach the consumers. $800 to $1,000 is not going to reach the consumers. $400-500 will reach the consumers. Evil Dead without Bruce is just a name tacked on. Exactly. He is a cameo? Ah, that doesn't count, Paul. That does not count. Come on. You literally got me excited. Unless it's about Lucy Lawless. So if he was a zombie, would Chaos Lounge be the bold? Look, man, I ain't bold. I got hair, man. Come on. And that's variant is fine, so as long as it doesn't hinder the high spec one. Exactly. And that's what I go over into more detail in my video. But they need to keep certain things, the same. Memory has to remain the same. That is the key one anyway. You can lower the spec of the graphics to whatever you want, but you need to keep the memory the same so you don't have a problem with games coming out. Look, 007 is coming out soon, right? And they have mass problems releasing it on the Switch 2. So it's coming out on PlayStation and Xbox, but the Switch 2 one is delayed until the summer. Now imagine that situation happening with the S again. You don't want that. You absolutely do not want that. So the further we get away from that, the better. Yeah, I heard he's ill. Hey, even that's bad. I'm not balding either. expect Jovovich to cameo, and as rubbish as um what is it, Resident Evil Raccoon City was, and that film was awful. It was rubbish. The most memorable moment of that film was the flying cow during the credits. It was actually closer to what you would expect from a Resident Evil 2 movie than anything they've done so far. And if they had actually bothered getting proper actors in to play the actual role of these characters, it would probably have been a massive success. But instead, they decided to get, like, not even B list actors, they went down to the bottom of the barrel list actors. People you've never ever seen before. I mean, one of them was from iCarly, for God's sake. And look, don't judge me about that. I have a daughter. Yep. I came across this and I thought this was a little weird. The Verge has basically written a massive article about Asher Sharma evaluating several options on Xbox exclusivity, but with caution. And this is what I've been saying for a while, right? I've been saying this for over a week or two now. Ever since that We Are an Xbox thing came out, I've been talking about this and saying this. It's weird that this is now news, but hey, can't blame a guy for being first every once in a while. But I think what Fuzzy Belvedere here said actually makes it, I actually like this approach. Xbox Game Studios games are full Xbox and PC exclusive. Bethesda Game Studio games are Xbox and PC exclusive for 12 to 24 months. Activision Blizzard games are multi-platform day one with exception of new IP 12 months exclusive Xbox PC. How do you guys feel about that? I actually really like this approach. I think it's fair. Check DMs. Man, I need to get a new chair. Oh no, I don't understand why people are going after Pragmata. It's so horrible the way people have treated that game. The drama around it is just so disgusting. Shout out to Pixelated Echoes. That's a game bold. I think this is like a really good approach. I think this is like a. We went over this during the ABK acquisitions. Uh, yeah, for the most part, a lot of people were. But right now, Asher is reevaluating exclusives and looking at what can and cannot be done. I'm not getting any hair transplant because I don't need it. I have so much hair that I could tie a ponytail right now if I really wanted to. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to, but I'm just saying there's so much hair on my head that if I really wanted to, I could do that. There's really no need for the policy. I think with Zenimax and ABK, it gives them a lot more fluidity. Plus, games like Doom and stuff like that have been multi platform for the longest time. It's not like they're new IPs or anything. So I still think they make sense to go everywhere. I mean, she's made no move at the moment on exclusives. And don't get me wrong, right? If she does absolutely nothing in regards to exclusives, you know, I'm not gonna cry over it. You know, it is what it is. Um, like I said, ultimately, and I keep repeating this point, even though people still keep coming at me on X. none of this affects me. I'm more in the corner of those that I always look at it from the perspective of those people that are on Xbox and Xbox only, and what it means to them if there's no USP for their console, and what it would mean for them for their purchases and future games coming to their platform. And obviously, Helix is coming, so that's gonna change a lot of things, and this is why I think Helix is going to be interesting, and I think it'll land next year. Yeah, you can hear me. Don't try that. Don't even try that. That's what I like to hear. The beard has returned. I told you it wouldn't be long, and you made me check just to see if my mic is working. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the $2. Exclusive COD maps and loadouts, exclusive missions, extra. They can't do that, Sappho. They can't do that. They cannot do that right now. They're still under contract for like another 7 years. HoloLive, Jesus. Pragmata is a garbage. What? Man, I'm going to be streaming that game and I'm going to love it. Hey, Byron, thank you for the new membership. I appreciate you. Let's get that count updated. Trying to get to 25 by the end of the month. If we do, I'll have a nice little surprise for you guys. You might like it. You might. We'll see. But yeah, I actually like this approach. I think it's a pretty cool approach. And it's not so much restricted, but I think, there needs to be a USP for the console. And it needs one. If it doesn't have a USP, it's going to get into trouble. Yo! First Byron, my man, and then Chili Gifts and membership. Thank you so much, both of you. I appreciate it. Man, these guys are trying to get me to... I'm wondering if I should say what it is. Black John, you've been gifted a membership by Chili. Don't forget, when you get 10k subscribers, you're going to play Dragon Age. Wait, what? Wait, when did this change? Although, I just want to, say thank you so much to everyone for tuning into my videos recently. They've been getting really good numbers, and I really appreciate it. It looks like switching the Let's Play streams to my other channel was the right move. It's also just helped YouTube's algorithm as well. So thanks so much, guys. I do really appreciate the support.
Bold Alpha Wolf celebrates 14 months of membership.
Uh-oh, I can see where this is going. Hey, Bold Alpha Wolf, thank you so much. We are getting closer to that 25. I wonder what's going to happen when we get to 25. One way to find out, folks. One way to find out. My head ain't shaved. Leave me alone. If Helix can play Windows games from third-party stores like Steam, that's more than enough of a unique selling point to me. But then, at the same time, you've got your Series X, right? If you can get... I mean, we don't really know what the final specs are for these next generation consoles, right? But if you could get a PC that is of a similar spec for cheaper, would you not rather have that and be able to do more and access more and be open to more? And you can always plug that into your TV. You've also got access to game mode on your Xbox app now, which will, by definition, give you access to Steam and everything else. Now, I understand you might want it all in one place. The value for me in that, personally, in the Helix, is the ability to save a HDMI port. Now, that might sound stupid to some of you, but we don't have enough HDMI ports on our TVs. And the extenders that allow you to have more HDMI ports either don't do VRR or don't do HDR or whatever. So I can totally get that thing. It's interesting. But yes, I can totally see the appeal in that. And honestly, I think Microsoft is banking on that in order to stand apart from the rest. And the fact that you'll be able to play Nintendo Switch games. Nintendo, please don't sue me. Talk it. I mean, give it. No. Like, I mean, the Helix I think is going to be running at. I don't know if it's going to have a display port. It probably will, but TVs use HDMI, right? I think they might have one display port, maybe. I don't know if my LG actually has a display port. I haven't checked. I think it does, but I'm not sure. It depends how you set it up, Vital. I've got my TV as my third extension to mine. I've got a wireless keyboard, mouse. I've got my controller, and I can control almost everything once I'm in the Xbox app. And I can have the Xbox app boot. Well, you could previously have it boot straight into Xbox game mode. So that gave me full access to my PC with a controller just by putting it on. I think it was you, Paul. Deflection is strong with this one. That's a good price. That's a good price. See, those are the type of deals I absolutely love, right? The amount of games. I think I bought like maybe 15, 20 games over the past month that have been like £2, £3, £2, £4. I just see them and like, it's so cheap. I can't not buy it. It's like a no-brainer to me. I look at it and I'm like, I need it. It's too cheap. Not buying it would be a crime. But yeah, I think this is a good approach and one that we might actually see. But I still believe that that Asher is going to experiment. Like I've been saying in my previous videos, she's going to have one game that's going to be console exclusive, one timed, which is Forza, and one that's going to go day and date, which is probably Fable. So she just really needs one that's going to be thing. And I think that she's going to try one game down the line that's going to be completely off Game Pass to see what it's like. Maybe she's going to use COD as an example for that one. That's the easiest one to go with without distracting, but I still think COD is a bit of a weird one to test that on. But we'll see. And I think once she's tested those 3 and 4 options, it will give her a much clearer image on what she wants to do. I agree. I agree, Sappho. But they still need to test it under her new metrics and under her new leadership. In order to get all the data that they need, They need to test it, and Fable is going to be that game. I mean, today I was asked, why do I think Gears of War won't be on there? And so I made a longish explanation as to why I don't believe it's going to be on there. I don't know if they actually bothered replying back to me. But, let me see. Did I actually get a response? No, I didn't get a response. But I think my response was fair. Let me load up my response. It's a bit of a long-winded one. Actually, I'll cover this later. It's too long for me to go through that right now. But Mixtape has been getting pretty damn good reviews. It's 94 on OpenCritic. It's coming to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate day one. So if you are interested in this game and are interested, review-wise, it is doing amazing. In fact, IGN gave it a sterling 10 out of 10. They gave the story a 7, by the way, but they still gave it a 10 out of 10. A musical delight from start to finish, Mixtape sets a new standard for coming-of-age stories in video games, and does so with a masterful sense of style. Now, the only problem with this game is this response here from Mixtape Studios. We've got a few questions about why Mixtape has no streamer mode. It's a fair question. Mixtape is about music. It's about Devo. It's about the Smashing Pumpkins and Lush and Alice Coltrane. It's about how you feel when you listen to Iggy Pop. The characters talk about the songs. The levels are designed around the songs. We couldn't change the songs. We couldn't replace them. We just couldn't. So if you wanted to stream the Mixtape and cannot, here's a violin for you. The smallest one, brought to you by Krabs. And we'll continue playing it as you cry because you can't stream it. In the meantime, we hope you enjoy the game. You're still in training, being a. Now, I think that all jokes aside, I think that's a fair response, because if the games are designed around the music and it's supposed to add to the experience and make it a complete experience, playing it in streamer mode would create problems. So the easiest way to play this is having the streamer have the audio on, putting another track on in the background that everyone else can hear, and only the streamer can hear the voices and the music and the sound effects, and you guys just hear music while it's being played. I think this sounds legit. It is not Dustborn 2. Yeah, trying to get the streaming rights for music like this is crazy. You can turn the audio down, music off completely, but then you're not experiencing the game the way it's supposed to be experienced. Right? So it would, you wouldn't be thinking. Question: when does the game go live? Since there's no pre-order, I'm just curious. May the 7th release time. Oh, it's live. It's live. It released today. It released today. Nice. Matron. All right, we'll cover this one piece of news. I think we've got 2 pieces of news, and then we'll check out the Nacon showcase. All right. I think it's in July that Wuthering Waves is coming to Xbox, but The next update for Wuthering Waves is going to bring the collaboration with Cyberpunk EdgeRunners, and they have released the trailer for it. So let's play it and check it out and see what you guys think of the new collab for Wuthering Waves featuring EdgeRunners. And there's a big surprise that was just unveiled today by Powell, I think his name is, from Cyberpunk. We'll check that out after, but this is the trailer for it.
Good morning, Solaris! It has been a solid and sturdy 30 hours since the EdgeRunners made their appearance. Kudos to President Lucilla for making sure our out-of-towners were poked and prodded like overgrown lab rats. But that doesn't mean some peeps won't try. So party like there's no tomorrow. From the looks of it, they're off to a fast start. Just as the Mecha Scouts at the training grounds. Talk about ruthless. Think they could teach us a thing or two? According to Rover, a name needing no introduction, Solaris' newest chooms will return home once their work here is done. Meanwhile, those pesky nightmare TDs have been at it again, attacking students. Nasty is that, and my heart goes out. Word is the Netrunner has her sights set on the moon. Oh, a beautiful story with one DC problem. She'll have to pick one first. This has been your man, Stan. Join me for a dream that'll never end.
What do you think? What do you think? In the stream? Yes. We're going to cover that, and we're going to check out Stranger Than Heaven as well. And we're going to do the Nacon trailer first. Then we're going to do the Stranger of Heaven, well, showcase, then the Stranger of Heaven. Was there actually a Star Fox 64 showcase? I thought it was just news. I didn't realize there was actually a thing. But yeah, for those of you that want to play this right now and get prepared for the Cyberpunk EdgeRunners collaboration, you can play it on PC or on mobile or on PlayStation. And once the Xbox version launches, you can link your Xbox account to your PC account, and it becomes cross-save, cross-play everywhere. And so you could just continue on your Xbox, and the moment you boot it up, you get all those sweet achievements as well. So you're not losing anything, and you're gaining a bunch of stuff. Right now, the second-year collaboration has begun, and they're giving away a ton of free pulls. It is a gacha game. I appreciate that. But if you are interested, this is like a really good time to get involved, because when the collaboration does start, you also get a free 5-star character, Rebecca. She is absolutely free. You get the first character, the first star, for free, and can't really go wrong with free. So if you like Rebecca and you want her in your team, now's a good time to just get involved, start playing a little bit, get to Union rank, I think 6 or 7, and then you'll be able to just claim all this free stuff. Oh, it's a direct. We'll check that out as well then. She's probably going to be Lucy Sport. But yeah, for those of you that are interested, this is a really good time to get involved. I absolutely love Wuthering Waves. It's my favorite gacha game. I'm enjoying NTE, don't get me wrong, but like I said, WoW is my main gacha, and I absolutely love it. So one final news to cover, so we can get the gacha stuff out the way before we jump into the thing, is this one over here. Neverness to Everness, which is the new gacha game out there right now, faces backlash from streamers, voice actors, and players for generative AI. I don't know how you lot in chat feel about generative AI, but at this point, if it's not the main characters, if it's not the main artwork and it's just background stuff like billboards and stuff, I really couldn't care less. But they've all gone up in arms because they've decided to. They are basically saying that this over here is AI, and if you put this through any AI algorithm, to identify if it's AI or not, it comes out as not AI, but they're still not convinced that it's not AI because it looks similar to this one. And then when you actually plug this one into the AI algorithm, it comes up as AI. So you do the math. But right now, the community is up in arms and everyone is looking for their 5 minutes of fame as they turn around and say, we don't want any form of generative AI in our video games. How do you guys feel about that? Not just in NTE, but in general. Let's just say, I don't know, GTA 6 had billboards that were done with generative AI. Would you care? Or if, like, as you're walking past the streets in GTA, if there was, like, TVs in the stores that had little rotating clips that were playing that were just built on Gen AI, would you really care? It's just insane to me how much. What, what do you mean? What do you mean? If they are awesome, then maybe. Explain, Bold Alpha Wolf. Explain. Expellios. As long as it makes the pulls cheaper. Dude, they're throwing pulls at you. They're giving you 420 pulls as part of the free pulls and what you can get by just playing the game. You gotta show me the money if it's cool. Stuff like that, I'm okay with it. Yeah, like what I'm saying is it's literally like these billboards. And now they've actually changed them. Now you've just got a can over here because people were crying so much. You've got streamers that are virtue signaling that, oh my god, they've used Gen AI on the billboard, so I can't support this game. But in reality, they're offline playing it. We all know that. But in terms of the metrics, they have to cry about it to virtue signal, right? When all of this is replaced and they come back, suddenly their account's going to be from like level 20 to level 90 overnight. Like that's even possible. But, that's a different story altogether. But it's just weird. This whole AI debate is just weird. And I'm kind of over it personally. But hey, like I said, I want to know what your thoughts are when it comes to this whole AI stuff because it is really irritating. It's really annoying. And folks, if you're enjoying the stream, please do drop a like. I really appreciate it. It really helps YouTube push the stream out. So if you haven't yet liked the stream, please do. It really does help. All right. Luddite behavior. Even Iron Mouse denounced it and turned down. Yeah, but this is the thing. They NTE, for example, announced before the game came out that there is going to be AI usage. It's going to be there. They said it's going to be on the background rendering, on stuff like that, on billboards. They openly said it was going to be there. The marketing team said it. So apparently she asked them directly and they said no when they've already announced that they are going to use it. So there's a big question there now on who's actually lying. And then you've got the whole situation with they're using a platform like X, which is pretty much making people redundant on a daily basis because of AI. The goddamn platform is owned by AI. They were happy to play Resident Evil 9, which had AI related stuff planted in the game. Like, it's okay when it's not NTE. And I really see this as this isn't Genshin Impact, so we're going to attack it with everything we've got to make sure NTE isn't successful. I really think this is a witch hunt. Even with Iron Mouse, I think she's just doing it's just a witch hunt. It's all virtual signaling. It's just to gain popularity and the upvotes and the clicks and the likes and all that bullshit. Exactly, Brick. Exactly. These same people that are crying about AI usage in games that they want to that are in like trending right now are perfectly fine playing those games elsewhere with the same stuff being in them. Expedition 33 had tons of AI too, and pre-bought enemies and locations. Dude, it is what it is, right? And and Perfect World Games didn't hide it. They said in order to speed up the delivery of the game, we had to use a Gen AI in order to fill the places. They even said as the game goes on, we will replace some of this stuff, if not all of it, with proper stuff. But in order to get the game out there as soon as possible, I assumed they were running out of funding. They needed to push it through this way. They acknowledged that they would replace it at some point as well. Like, it's rubbish. I don't care if WoW uses AI. Mate, look, the Brick. Did you see how much AI was used for Cantarella? There was a lot of AI there. There was the amount of AI that was there was insane. You don't see anyone complaining about that. I'm just saying. There was a lot of AI there. If you know, you know. I'd like to say AI do more innovative. Like to see AI do more innovative things in gaming, making enemies. The problem is, if they start going into stuff like that, I mean, technically they are kind of doing that now anyway, and that's just AI behavior, right? I mean, AI in games has existed since the beginning because you program certain things and they do it, and then you give them a set of skills that they can do, and then they kind of choose the skill that's appropriate for them. What they're trying to do now is actually have NPCs to react to what you're doing, which is kind of cool. But it's only going to get better. And what you're saying, I'd like to see more of. But if it means that games can come out sooner, I mean, let me ask it this way. Would you be... Cantaloupes. Would you be happy to see a game shave off a year to a year and a half of its development cycle and have some Gen AI in the background? Nothing in the story, nothing on the front end, the design of the characters, nothing on, weapons and stuff like that. Just more of the background stuff, but it will save them like a year and a half being able to pre-populate those. Would you rather they save a year and a half of development time, which will then reduce the development cost and potentially save jobs as well in case the game doesn't do very well? Or would you want the game to extend its duration by 2 years and risk the studio closing down? It's just so weird, man. People just need to get with a program. I think this whole AI is bad. Don't get me wrong. Like my job, my profession is QA, right? My job had about 60% of it replaced by automated testing, which is a form of AI in itself, right? You're writing the script and it just does it for you. Now you can actually program AI to do all of that for you, and it's done. So a lot of my job is replaced. So I have to get creative if when I go back into work and get into QA. I'm picking up new skills. I'm learning new skills. I'm learning to work with AI and incorporate my knowledge with AI and trying to see how AI can help my work and make me more efficient at what I do in order to be more valuable. That's what you do. That's how you work around. So, AI isn't going anywhere. It is a very loaded question. That is why I ask it. And if you've seen Cantarella, you'll know what I mean by loaded. Anyway, chilling with the comments. If anyone cares what I'm about, I will chase you, Susano. The NOC AI stuff sounds smart. Like, who cares? NPC stuff, yeah. Like my thing is this: Chaos Lounge gets creative, damn straight. Man, you haven't seen nothing yet. The skills come out once we hit 25 members. Once we hit 25 members, the skills will come out for them, and you'll see. Knowledge is power, right? AI will be in games moving forward, whether you like it or not. Exactly. Just embrace it. And to me, if the game is bad, it's bad. AI or no AI isn't going to help that. Right? If it's got a bad gameplay, bad story, bad everything, nothing is going to save that game. No paying an artist or paying an animator is going to save that game. If a game is good, it's good. Like these, it's annoying. Steam controller just showed up. There we go. There we go. A gatekeeper in chat. He's one of those Steam gatekeepers. Though I can't say what the company is publicly, I know at least of 2 companies that use AI on a regular basis to do their stuff. And once they've done created like art or animations with AI, they then go over it with, an artist to make sure it's, to what they like. But they use AI to help them along the process. It creates the frame, it creates the code base and everything, and then they go in for the tweaks to see what they like and don't like. But they never declare it. And I think you're gonna, so many companies don't declare that they use AI in their games because of the backlash. It's like this big taboo. The internet just has to cry about everything. Man, I used to be one of these people where, I wanted to support creators and support artists and things. Now, including the voice actors, go to hell. That's my response. You like the way some of these voice actors held Hoyoverse and Tower of Fantasy Perfect World at ransom so they couldn't actually get voices in the game. And what's worse, right? When they finally fired the people who were striking and replaced them with other people, the voice actors then got the community to go and basically harass the new voice actors just because they took the role. It's insane. They're all just in there for themselves. The only reason there's all this noise and they get all this thing is because they're selfishly just looking out for themselves. And I get that to a certain degree, but get creative. All right, we're going to check this out now. I am going to lower the ad stuff. Let me edit this, because I don't want too many ads during this. I know it's not a thing, but let's call it with that. This is the showcase. What is it that you sent me? Let me have a quick look. Pokemon has launched a collectible toilet paper. Oh, fuck's sake. God damn it. Hey, Bruno, I'm sending you a DM. There you go. They were getting unreasonable. Yes, collectible toilet paper. You heard me. What do you mean you're blocking me? What did I do now? I was being reasonable with my request, Bruno. If he starts yelling, it's because I'm building my factory. Alright, let's check this out. Nacon!
Guess what? Good
What?
news, meatbags. I'm finally back. What? Didn't buy my game yet? If you're low on cash, no problem. Here are some sick discounted games. You're welcome.
Alright. Do you guys want to watch this bit? It's just going to talk about the games that are discounted and stuff. RoboCop. The name's Murphy, but you can call me RoboCop. Anyone? Any played? I haven't played it yet, Banisher, and we were just talking about it a little while ago. It came out today. Look at that beautiful controller. The offset sticks. Ah! Nah, we don't need none of that shit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And that actually looks quite nice. Look at it. You DM me back? Yo, chat. Bruno said he's going to send me the Steam controller and the box so I can burn it. Let's go! That's what you call a true friend. And a true community member. I love it. Legend. Man, send it my way and I'll do it live on stream. Yeah, there's like 2.5 minutes to go. For real? No way. Man, what is it with these massive creators that decide to go into just disgusting things like that, man? What do I have? Mate, you know me. I have everything against Valve as a company. I don't like monopolies. Gear Club 3 looks decent though. I'm gonna lie, it looks decent. I actually really wanted the Steam controller, man. I did. I could have bought one. It was on sale in the UK for a long time. They went like they went out of stock hours after it launched. But they told me that I'm not their target audience and they don't want me to buy the controller, so I said okay. You know, they personally told me that they don't want me to buy it. It's a monopoly of monopolies. You'll never convince me otherwise. Hey, I got 1 minute. They're the same way. Hey, what? No way did the stream just go down.
Welcome to Pit Station.
Okay, no, it didn't. Don't get me wrong, the trackpads on the Steam Deck are phenomenal. Especially when you're playing like first-person shooters. Once you get the hang of it, they replace the analog sticks instantly. And I suspect when it comes to the first-person shooter gaming, it's going to be the same. And like I said, I would have bought one day one. But they turned around and told me that I'm too dumb for them, and I'm too dumb to use that controller. That's what their R&D guy said. And so I decided, since they don't want me to use it, I won't use it. I'm not joking with that, by the way. He did say that. So I don't have a transplant. This is just natural. Le natural. It's the one thing I like about the Steam Deck. That trackpad, and more companies should do it. I don't understand why they don't. Even if they have to make it smaller, just get it in there. It's such a good idea.
The danger no one else sees.
Really? You're joking?
Waiting for its prey.
Oh, Hunter the Reckoning.
Hi, I'm Piotr Tocha. I'm the game director for Hunter the Reckoning Deathwish at Teon. Hunter the Reckoning Deathwish is a story-driven action RPG game set in World of Darkness universe, same as Vampire the Masquerade or Werewolf the Apocalypse. It's a dark reflection
I am not naturally bold.
One major difference: the monsters truly exist. You play
It
as
does
a
make it
regular
ugly.
human with no superpowers.
And
Supernatural
really awkward
enemies
to hold.
can easily outmatch you. A beast can easily tear you apart, and a vampire can disappear in a split of a second. So going unprepared is a certain death. You'll be able to create your own male or female character and customize its looks in a deep editor. Also, you will have to choose.
Everyone was looking there to see if they had a
skills.
titty
It's all
booster
based
and an
on
ass
Hunter
booster.
Reckoning
I know
rulebook,
you was. You don't
so
even have to
there's plenty
deny
of
it.
options to choose from, and each playstyle can be very unique. So you can explore open areas to gather some intel.
But yeah, if we hit
investigate
25
some crime scenes
members this
to
month,
gather some clues,
then
and
I'll
find
have a
some
surprise
people
for you
who
all.
know a bit more than just rumors about the supernaturals and make them talk by whatever means you choose. So all objectives can be achieved in different playstyles. You can sneak your way in, you can show some muscles and fight your way in, talk your way in. Guns are also an option, but you just need to remember that each choice in the game have its own weight, and it leads to very different consequences by the end. You will team up with a cell of other hunters who will provide vital insights, firepower, and some technical support. But throughout the campaign, you will also learn their personal stories and bond with them, which can even lead to romance. At Teon, we always wanted to explore that true RPG direction, and World of Darkness with its complex RPG systems, gritty themes, and modern world settings felt like a perfect match for us.
Catan and
Get ready
Deadside.
to fight back against the darkness and reclaim the night in summer 2027.
A reckoning is coming.
I am Turkish. I know Yoshipi was asked for a butt slider. That was hilarious. He thought everyone was joking. And he's going to go back to the team and ask them to do it.
Remember, you must die. I heard those words once. And I refused to believe them. I clung to a fragile hope that eternity might be found here. Every room seems to hide a...
Exactly, and since it's where they get the hair from, I don't need it because
I do not flee
I have
from
plenty.
death. I study it. I persist. I experiment. I begin to understand science, sorcery, heresy, all bleed into one.
Is that with the buff?
I did not conquer death. I became its disciple.
Dracula looks alright.
Dracula the Disciple is an immersive first-person puzzle
Man,
game.
no lie, I thought she was
In it,
actually
you
Dracula.
play as Emile Valombre, a French archivist suffering from an incurable disease.
I
His
do not
search
need
for
a hair
cure will
slider.
lead him to Transylvania,
Go away.
deep in the Carpathian Mountains, to Count Dracula's castle.
Not
Our
you
goal
too,
is to allow
Cesaro.
players to truly interact freely with their surroundings. They will be able to pick up objects, inspect them, mix alchemical substances, and even draw occult rituals themselves so that they eventually become
Damn
true
you,
disciples
bullets.
of the esoteric arts. Experimentation, logic, and deduction are truly at the heart of the experience. Throughout this quest, you, the players, will gradually transform into something else and acquire special abilities. You will eventually go from being a simple visitor to the true master of the castle. The castle itself was very important to us. We put a lot of effort into making sure it is the ideal playground for our immersive game. It will be up to you to use your new abilities wisely to unlock these areas. Somewhat in the style of a Puzzlevania. We are delighted to have introduced you to Dracula the Disciple. We sincerely hope you will enjoy playing
I
it
don't know.
as much as we
I
enjoy
think it's gonna
developing
flop.
it.
The game is coming out in 2027 on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series. You can add it to your wish list right now. Feel free to follow us on social media to keep
Go on,
up with
chat.
all the news about
Time
the
to
game.
wish list. I don't do wigs. Daffodil is highest DPS, I think, right now. But Hathor just gives you the best account buffs. Hell, wait, this is old. Oh yeah! Switch 2 owners are gonna be loving this at 240p. Let's go! Man, that 240p, that sweet, sweet 240p. As a vampire, we don't play the game. I don't know what's going on. Edge of Memories. It's coming!
RPG in which you explore Avaris, a continent of breathtaking landscapes.
Wait, isn't this already available?
To save
I could have sworn I think I bought this.
Whisperer Aline and her allies journey across the continent, desperately seeking a cure. True exploration is a team effort, and you won't be alone to cross these vast distances. On the back of your swift Neckaroo, you quickly gallop across the land.
I don't know, I haven't touched VR in a long time.
And reach distant platforms.
Ever since I got my X-Real glasses, I've not touched anything that's VR.
Unleash their elemental skills to destroy obstacles blocking your path, and have Isaurus hack into ancient technology to solve cryptic puzzles and unlock secret areas.
It's a full head system.
Combat is fast-paced and
bug off.
Chain devastating combos of
this is
light and
revenge
heavy
for
attacks,
the
and time your dodges
for last week's result, isn't it?
The corrosion runs through Aline's veins, a curse, but also a weapon. Feed her rage until you can unleash its fury and transform into a terrifying black beast. You fight alongside two allies, Kanta and
I bet
Isaurus.
people are going to say this game is
Command their
racist because
devastating
it said Black
elemental
Beast.
skills to control the battlefield, shatter defenses, and disable your enemy's most powerful attacks.
This is the Nacon showcase that they had today.
Your power and versatility grow on your journey. Each level gained by Eileen or her companions grants an echo, allowing you to draw from Eileen's fragmented memory to bring forth new combos, skills, and abilities. Customize your approach by creating up to 3 strategic
Man, I
sets,
feel so
each
gutted for
combining
buying
the
that
passive
day one
ability of
PS5
Eileen
blows.
with 2 elemental skills from your allies. Find the perfect synergies and switch between your loadouts on the fly to adapt
I
to
feel
any
so horrible. I paid £530 for that day one.
Edge of Memories
That is
releases
the
later this
biggest
year.
waste of money I've
Travel
ever
across
done.
a dying continent and uncover the secrets hidden within Eileen's fading memory, alongside companions who believe that lost causes are still worth fighting for.
All right, Edge of Memories. Definitely gonna wishlist that one. I like It had a waifu in there. It's an RPG. I'm sold. This isn't for me. Any Tony Hawk's fans? Throwdown update. I said nothing. I said nothing. I also said you should super chat me for 50 quid. I don't see that happening.
You're no match for the Queen of Shadows.
I do wonder that sometimes, Ghosty. I do. I really do wonder that sometimes.
That is not good.
I'll take all I can carry.
The battlefield is no place for a bandit.
Take that, thief.
And I am looking forward to this June showcases. You've got Future Gaming Show, you've got the Summer Games Fest, you've got the Xbox show. PlayStation hasn't announced anything, but that's no surprise to anyone. Nintendo hasn't announced anything either, I don't think. But there's like 3 future game shows happening. The Summer Games Fest and the Xbox Showcase. So I'm pretty excited for this June. Must have been your selective deafness? Ah, I see. I see how this works. I remember it on the N64. I just don't know if I'd play it. I haven't used VR in a long time, is what I said. Wait, you deleted Mongol Star Drive already? How come?
Tour de France 2026. Whether it's dry or wet, your strategy changes. In the rain, your rider's agility makes all the difference.
So pretty much like me,
control your lines and brakes to stay on the bike. Every stage is different, and rain can strike at any moment.
Mate, you suck. Imagine falling off.
Discover 2 new licensed races, conquer the scorching roads of Oman, and tackle gradients exceeding 10% to win the Muscat Classic. Position yourself correctly on the muddy sections to win Paris Tour.
I just like shorter games at the moment.
These 2 new races are playable in Quick Race, Pro Leader, Pro Team, and also in My Tour.
Yeah, that's the general consensus that I got. Star Drive just won't hold you.
You can now choose the order of the riders to protect your leader. Just like in the real Tour de France, the time of the team is recorded when the first rider crosses the finish line.
I think this game is literally for like the 4 people that do cycling for a living.
From now on, weather conditions will affect.
And then what they did was they copy and pasted those 4 people to make it look like there's more people actually interested in this sort of sport. And there you have it. That's why everyone looks exactly the same as the first 4 characters.
Many more new features are still to be discovered in the coming weeks. Stay tuned.
I'm on time.
In the meantime, try to win the yellow jersey in Tour de France 2026 on June 4th. Pre-order now and get a pack of exclusive jerseys.
Tour de Clones, I like it. I like it. I am actually playing right now. Will Follow the Light. It's a good game. I like it. I think I might actually be able to stream it. It is a new game. I don't know, because I'm definitely streaming tomorrow. Do you guys want me to stream that in place of Pragmata? It is one of those kind of, you've got to work out what you're doing, so you know you guys can get involved as well as a community, and we can have a good time. Look, don't ask questions like that, Kalandros. There is going to be one person out there that is going to enjoy it. Look, you say I'm running on chaos time, right? And you find that weird. And yet, for the longest that I can remember, I am a Manchester United fan. Where our glory years was with Sir Alex Ferguson, who also ran on Fergie time. Why are you surprised? Has it really taken you this long to put 2 and 2 together? It's in our DNA. Like, what is there even any need for this? Aramco, you know? I never thought I'd see that name again in anything I do or watch. But here you go. It's still haunting me. That's a pretty rad setup, though. No. Not like the Black Eyed Peas. I literally said Sir Alex Ferguson. That's a pretty rad setup.
Hey everyone, it's Alex. You can find more information on Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, Rebel Sim, and the Endurance Motorsport Series right after this conference ends in our upcoming livestream News from the Pits. This will also be a good opportunity to showcase to you everything that's coming with our new MXGP project releasing later this year. We hope to see you there, and don't miss it.
That was your favorite song, wasn't it, Ghosty? Yeah, that little wheel looked really good. I just don't want to ever see Aramco anymore.
A day when the wind, the light, and the very breath of the world feel suspended. A fragile moment.
I worked with Aramco for a number of years.
Feels almost written.
And there wasn't a single day that was actually a pleasant one. I actually have, some form of PTSD because of them.
That's the key. The right caliber, the weapon, steady and perfectly balanced in your hands.
No, you don't start. Well, you know what?
Alert,
you can call me
bound by
Sir.
Trust.
I'll accept Sir.
Ready for the terrain ahead. Everything is analyzed, checked, rehearsed. A ritual before stepping into the water.
I wonder how popular these games really are. So far, I've seen one game in this whole showcase that I'm actually interested in.
Listen.
And it had a waifu in there, so.
Following tracks, sensing a presence. Every movement becomes critical. Moving in rhythm.
No one wants to do that. No one ever wants to do that, Paul.
To protect. To belong to something greater. Something alive. And then it happens. The result of every choice, every step, every sacrifice.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad showcase. I'm just saying me personally, I've only seen one game that I'm interested in.
Will you make it count?
What's so special about these controllers? Which game? Bold Alpha? Boost your skills.
My name is Louis Lamarche. I'm creative director and president of Creature Studios. We're a small indie studio based in Quebec, Canada. So I'm really excited to present to you our next game, which is called Werewolf the Apocalypse Rageborn. It's a action-adventure game based on Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition. The game is very inspired by classic action-adventure, and what really inspired us to use the Werewolf the Apocalypse brand was the fact that the character itself comes with his own Metroidvania elements due to his shape-shifting design. In a classic action-adventure, your character has tools. In our case, our character has tools plus forms, and you can dynamically constantly shapeshift between those forms in order to complete exploration and combat challenges. It's super interesting. The drone is a good example of a multi-form solution enemy design. And when it's flying above your head, you can hack and slash as much as you want with your melee combat of the Krynos, but you're never gonna hit it. Obviously, it charges you in the attack. That's what
Hey,
it's
got
trying
it.
to do.
I'm happy that you
So
enjoyed it.
it's giving you a window to use melee. But obviously, it's not the perfect solution. The perfect solution is for you to shapeshift into a Hamid form and use range weapon in order to down it. It's a lot easier to reach something that's flying above your head with a ranged weapon. So that's a good example of the type of enemy that we have. The boss room. So basically Blair, the director of Leaf Lab, pulls you into this boss room in the hopes of destroying you. That is a good other opportunities for you to use multiple shapeshifting. You cannot kill this boss unless you use your multiple form. In the gameplay footage that you guys can see right now, going through this portion of Leaf Lab requires you to use your Lupus form. The Lupus is way more agile when it comes to navigating different platforms, jumping farther, being quicker when it comes to navigating specific traversal systems. So it's up to the player to use the right forms also when it comes to exploration.
Man,
Werewolf the Apocalypse Rageborn
game looks easy to me.
Next year, 2027 on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. You can follow us on social media and go wishlist the game on your preferred platform.
Oh man, you're having Chinese. Now you're gonna
and I
make me
can't
tell
wait
the
to show
missus
you
to
more.
order me some spring rolls. Jumbo spring rolls. No, I miss it. Why you do this to me, Paul? Why? Now I want jumbo spring rolls with a hot and sour soup. You are mean. It's a man in a hat. I don't know what it is, man. These Grateful, the Dying World. Wait, a new update? Oh. There you go, guys. Have a good night, Paul. I know, right, Bold? I'm just hoping the missus heard me and might consider bringing me a couple of jumbo spring rolls and a hot and sour soup. I don't think she heard me, though. I think she might be in bed. The Mound, Omen of Cthulhu.
Hi
Chapter
guys.
1.
I am Edmundo Bordeu,
Into the Jungle.
art director at Ace Team. Today, we're excited to tell you more about The Mound, our upcoming title, which is part of the great family
Grateful
of
the
co-op
dice
horror
to-
games.
That's
More
me.
Specifically, our game is about being somewhere you don't understand, with people you trust, trying to figure out the rules before the rules figure you out. Your job is to get deep in the jungle, find treasures, survive, and make it back to the safety of your galleon.
How much more is there for this
You
stream?
will be
Anyway?
discovering a jungle that doesn't want you here.
We've got 7
We
minutes.
always say it existed long before the players got there, and I think you feel that when you explore. There's stuff here that has nothing to do with
No,
it.
she heard you. She's just
Wonders
ignoring
that
your
weren't put
request.
there for you to find.
No, don't say that. Han? Are you around
You will
there?
start on the shore, venturing out of the safety of the galleon in search of
Hello?
loot and treasures. Splitting can be a good strategy
Anyone
to cover more
alive?
ground, especially when you're not yet deep into the cursed jungle.
Nah, she's gone bed.
You remain vulnerable to hostile encounters.
This is Hound, it's Omen of the Cthulhu.
Firearms can be very effective, but come with limited gunpowder and produce a lot of noise, which could end up waking up the jungle if you're not careful enough. Base equipment for the expedition is given by the captain of the ship, and has to be split among the members of the team. He gives you gear, but you should not come back empty-handed.
This looks boring. Are they going to show you every level?
As you venture deeper into the jungle, tension rises and sanity begins to slip, affecting both the atmosphere and your senses. One of our main goals with the Mound has been to design a system that creates true moments of doubt by playing with players' perception. The jungle has many ways to trick you, making cooperation more difficult, yet key to survival.
I don't know. This is really the. I feel like if they're gonna show it off, they need to do better than this. This isn't a deep dive. This is a snooze dive.
During your expeditions, you will understand the jungle spawns the strangest creatures, which are unpredictable and will test your ability to survive as a squad.
I don't know. This is literally I don't know. I don't even like the animations for the creatures.
Combat is not always the right answer. If your success lies in finding treasures, your own survival should remain your ultimate priority.
It just looks so boring. Man, they're showing you the whole game.
And when things are getting out of control, your only solution may be to run for your life, trying to make it back to the rowboat. The jungle is not forgiving when it is awake.
Well, you already said you don't have enough ammo, so you can't actually
Losing
fight
a friend
everything.
may become inevitable, but you came for treasures after all. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed these new details and can't wait to show you more. Follow
Wait,
us on
there's
our
more?
social media to stay tuned and avoid missing further updates. and
There's
our upcoming
more?
demo. The Mound will be available on
No.
PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series on July 15th.
No. Because that's why. It was, man. It was pushing me to my limit. Oh. Alright, I think this is done. Is there gonna be like a one more thing? There gotta be a one more thing, right? There gotta be a one more thing. There's always a one more thing. Edge of Memories. Let's go! Do you know what, Banisher? That would probably make it more fun. I got to. Man, I really like that steering wheel. Just, they need to get rid of the Aramco logo on there. I can't do it. I can't do it. I have some serious PTSD with that. The Dying World. The Mound. Omen of Cthulhu. One more. Where's that? Just one more. One more thing.
What? You still here? Seriously? The show's over. You should be wishlisting all those shiny games. And make sure you go get the best one. Styx, Blades of Greed. Don't forget, I got my eyes on you.
What a shame! What a shame. Alright. Let's cover... Let me be right back real quick. And we'll jump into the next thing. I'm going to just be 2 minutes. All right, I'm back. All right. So, before we move on to the next piece of story, something I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, this is it. All right. I think that's the one. Let me have a look. No, it is not. It is not. 1 second, chat. What is wrong with this?
We're no longer.
All right. So, before we jump into the Nintendo Direct, I don't know if anyone has seen this, but apparently PlayStation Store appears to have removed the discount section. So anything that's related to deals or discounts has been removed. Steve's surgery was planned, right? Yeah, it was planned. It was planned. He's been waiting for it for a number of years now. Don't want to go into too much details, but it was planned and it's all gone well, and he is in recovery and should be home. So anything related to deals and discounts has been removed from the PlayStation Store. And so the way they interpret this is, could a major store update be coming? Can you imagine if this happened to Xbox, what the reaction would be? And so I found a clip on social media that I think best, explains how the perceptions really are. I mean, I just want you to check this out, right?
We are no longer putting our games on PC. Our exclusives are staying only on PlayStation. Thank you, Sony. Yeah, exclusives should stay being exclusives. Hey gamers, we at Microsoft have announced that Elder Scrolls 6 will be a timed exclusive, but after 6 months it'll be released on every other platform. Boo, Microsoft! Why are you guys so selfish? Yeah, gamers should be able to play whatever game they want on whichever platform they choose. Okay. Oh, by the way, we're also increasing the price for PlayStation Plus. Hey, that's okay. It's totally justified. It just shows you how good of a platform PlayStation Plus is. Unfortunately, we also have to increase the price of Game Pass. Boo! Yeah, Microsoft, you are so greedy. Oh, and one last thing. We're shutting down one of your favorite studios, Blue Point Games. It's okay, Sony. It's FromSoft's fault anyway for saying we can't have a Bloodborne remake. Wait, what did I do? I literally never said that. We're firing one of our studios as well. Oh, come on, that's unethical. Why do you all hate me? I mean, they literally get praised for doing the exact same things that I get hated for. We are no longer...
I don't know, I found this so funny. I found it hilarious. This was just too funny. This one really got me. Because that is so accurate. It is so accurate. And, just looking at this just clearly tells you PlayStation Store appears to have removed discount section and the deal section. Could a major update be coming? But if it was an Xbox doing that, man, they are milking their community and all this and all that, and it would be like Doom posting like 1 million threads. You'd see 1 million articles by now just talking about it. See? Banishes right there. It's just hilarious, right? I thought it was funny. I saw it yesterday and I posted it, well, actually this morning, and I posted it in my Discord, which you can join, by the way. No strings attached in the description below. And it's hilarious. All right, do we do Star Fox first and then go over to the SEGA thing? What's Nintendo saying? They're gonna do dynamic pricing everywhere too? They are. This is a long time. Okay, it starts here.
Peggy 7.
All right, let's do Star Fox. I don't actually have the link for the SEGA one, so if someone could Discord that to me, that'd be great.
先月ザ・スーパーマリオギャラクシームービーを公開して世界中のたくさんの方にお楽しみいただいています。劇場に来ていただいた皆さん本当にありがとうございます。この映画にはマリオファミリーとは違うあるキャラクターが登場していますね。そう、スターフォックスの主人公フォックス・マクラウドです。このフォックスと懐かしい3人の仲間たちがスイッチ2のゲームで復活します。
SEGA best character of the Yoshi.
スターフォックスです。ここからは小泉さんにバトンタッチしましょう。小泉さん。
はい。
Thank you, Byron.
皆さんこんにちは、小泉です。ここからは私からご紹介していきます。スターフォックスは任天堂64ソフト。
Did you know that this is the 4th re-release of Star Fox, the original story? The 4th one that they've done.
早速見ていきましょう。
Why not just make a sequel or something, like a Star Fox 2 maybe? The Lilac System. Planet Cornelia. It's the same game, just update graphics. Same story, apparently.
Atmospheric entry complete. Extend the wings.
And what are you saying, Chili? I found out I've been saying advertisement wrong for like my whole life.
Sound off, team.
It's advertisement.
Slippy here. So far, so good.
This is Peppy. All systems go.
I found out yesterday.
Falco here. G-diffuser seems fine. Let's go already. Enemy targets up ahead. Let's rock and roll.
What you're seeing is footage of the game in action. While stage layouts have been kept the same, the visuals have received a major upgrade.
Slippy, stay in formation.
Banter between characters is also back.
Now you've done it, Slippy. Bogey on your tail.
Cover me while I fine-tune my sensors. Oh, you got him? Well, thanks, Fox.
We need your help, Star Fox.
Hey there, General. You seem a little on edge. But as it happens, my team's...
This is Fox McCloud, leader of the Star Fox mercenary
But why
squad.
the same game?
Prep the R-Wings. We've got a job to do, Star Fox. We're gonna take the system back from Andros. One planet at a time.
Falco Lombardi is their ace pilot and Fox's rival.
I mean, people can't even laugh at the number of re-releases for Telu. This one surpassed it. 4 games the same?
Scans are showing unidentified energy emanating from... Slippy Toad is the team's engineer extraordinaire. Incredible! Do you realize how rare it is to experience a stable warp channel? Did you see the distortions?
That base is the gateway to the wider system, Fox.
And Peppy Hare is their strategic mastermind and veteran pilot.
Devastator is getting horny already.
Just this. Hit 'em quick and hit 'em hard.
I know, but they could have made
The
a Star
fate
Fox
of the
2, man. Come
Lilac
on.
system rests squarely on their shoulders. The R-Wing is a high-performance aerospace fighter piloted by Fox and his crew. It's equipped with a laser. It can also fire charged shots or launch bombs that cover a wide area. The R-Wing can brake, boost.
You know
do a
what this
barrel
is, though,
roll to
right?
repel enemy fire, and even somersault.
You know what they're
Besides the
doing with
R-Wing,
this game,
an
right?
agile ground assault vehicle called the Landmaster.
This
And
is
a
their test,
modified
right?
Exploratory submersible called the Blue Marine can
This is
also
their
be
test to
piloted,
see if there is a
depending on
demand
the
for
mission.
Star Fox. If this game sells gangbusters, they're going to
The
announce a
campaign
Star
will
Fox
take you
2.
to diverse planets as you seek out the enemy's stronghold to restore peace in the Lilat system.
It looks like Nintendo doesn't
Corneria
believe
is
there's a
planet
big enough
teeming
demand
with
for Star
life
Fox.
and the beating heart of the
But if
system.
this one actually sells really, really well, you'll shortly see them announce
is a
Star Fox
frozen
2.
planet with most of its surface covered in ice and snow.
It's your own target, Fox.
Solar is the Lilat system's scorching hot second star. And
I don't know,
Zoness
times
is a
change a
deserted,
bit.
polluted
Games that
ocean
used to
planet
sell
that
in
is
the
stripped
past
of all its
don't
natural
really
resources.
translate well today. There's just not the demand.
There's also an
People
asteroid
just
field to
don't.
navigate.
You know, this is the one thing I like about Nintendo. Their core
And
audience
the inside of
has
a
kind
nebula.
of been stuck in time.
From planet surfaces to outer space.
They
a
haven't
variety of
really
stages
evolved in what they like in video games, and that's not a bad thing.
Dogfights in all
If you look
range
at
mode.
PlayStation, if it doesn't have quadruple A realistic film
And
graphics,
massive boss battles.
photorealistic
You can look
graphics,
forward to
the game is
intense
trash and no
aerial
one wants it, right?
We did.
And no one plays it, no one buys it, nothing. And so, you know,
Depending on the objectives you complete, the number of enemies shot
Nintendo
down,
is kind
and other
fans
factors,
have always
the
kind of
route
stayed
you take
true
through the
to
system may change.
what they like. So I'm hoping it is successful, because that will give
Replay
rise
stages with a different
to a
approach to find ways
sequel,
through
a
that
true
off the
sequel,
beaten path.
one that's actually going to be better than what this one is. It's actually going to be a full-on new
Plenty of new
Star Fox.
cutscenes have also been added. These include never-before-seen mission briefings between stages, allowing you to learn more about the characters and the Star Fox universe.
I was never a Nintendo guy, Banisher, so this doesn't get me
You
excited.
can choose
Now, if they
between
showed me a
easy,
Sonic,
normal, and
that'd be
expert
different.
difficulty settings. When playing on easy difficulty, your
No,
shield
Banisher, that's
gauge
cool,
will be
man.
long,
Look, dude,
and your
I am
lasers will
so
remain
happy
powered up,
that you are excited for
making
this
it
game.
ideal for novice pilots.
It's 50 quid as well. It's priced really well.
In
I'll
challenge
probably
mode,
buy it.
You can replay stages you've already cleared. Complete a variety of objectives that bring new challenges to each
My
mission
Switch
that you won't find in the
physical
campaign.
list is growing by the day. It just keeps on growing. I don't even understand why. But you know, I am happy if you're excited for this game. It's so rare that I see people really excited for video games these days. It's all discourse and stuff. So, dude, if you're happy for it,
Puts you in 4 versus 4
power to you, man. If they announce right now, straight after this, a Nier Automata 2, mate, you're gonna see things about me that you didn't even know goddamn existed. You're gonna see a side of me that no one's ever seen.
3 stages, each with its own
That
rule
would be
set.
my level of excitement. That's like literally my favorite game.
Take out opponents
I love
and
Nier.
seize control of the zone around the satellite towers on Corneria.
So, you know, actually seeing people excited, you know, if they announce an Alan Wake 3, man, out. You saw me when they announced the Alan Wake when for that horror game. I forgot what it's called now. Phasmophobia. And I still got excited like a little kid. There are certain franchises that I will literally jump for joy. So, I get it, man. I totally get it.
Star Fox completed the objective.
You can create private matches with your friends online. or match up with random players from around the world.
Hey man, you ain't seen nothing, Calandros.
Plus, if one person has the game, up to 4 players.
They showed me that high-res 2B, and that's it. It's done. Stream's getting bad.
Game share via game chat.
But oh man.
Holding your Joy-Con
Wait. Sorry, I need to just go back there for a second.
You can seamlessly swap to mouse-controlled targeting.
Look at that PvP.
Guys locally with game share.
Watch. Look at that. Look at that frame rate. Let's go. 2 frames per second. 5 frames per second. That's what I like to see.
By holding your Joy-Con 2 controller like a mouse, you can seamlessly swap to mouse-controlled targeting for intuitive aiming and steering.
Yeah, that's never happening. Devastating.
Stay in formation. Now you've done it, Slippy. Bogey on your tail.
By sharing one of the Joy-Con 2 controllers with a second player, you can split pilot and gunner duties in co-op.
We're entering Corneria City now. Andra sure has trashed the place.
I'll target the lights on the left.
Do you know what, Calandros? I actually showed my missus those figurines, and she was like, do you want to buy one? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, well, just buy one then. And I was like, yeah, I just have nowhere to put it. And she goes, put it right there in the center of the mantelpiece. They look quite nice.
Get ready, team.
And I'm like,
we're approaching Venom airspace.
you know family comes around, right? The wifey is proper based.
今回はフォックスたちをより動物らしくしてみました。
Yeah, I'm not doing that, actually. I'm not paying 50% extra just to be able to play it on Switch.
スターフォックスは6月
I refuse
25
to.
日に発売します。
You know what?
ところで
I'm gonna buy
この
this.
ソフトでは
I don't know how much I'm gonna play it, but I'm gonna buy it.
ゲームチャットに映る自分の顔をこんな風にキャラクターに変えることができるんです。どうですか？
Exactly, Ghosty.
顔の向きだけではなく
Nah, I like the one for Linnae. Have you seen the Linnae one?
口の動きや 瞬きや
I shouldn't goon on stream.
眉の動きも反映できるんですね。
Do you think it's a system seller? No.
カメラをお持ちの方はぜひ試
Do I
して
think
みてください。
Do I think this game is a
他
system
のゲー
seller?
ムを遊
No.
んでいるフレンドからも
Mario is a
な
system
りきり
seller.
フィルターを使ったフォックスたちの顔が見えます。そして本作は任天堂64のコントローラーにも対応しています。64番をプレイしていた方は
And that controller wasn't good back in the day, and it's
当時
still
の
not
操作
good
感で
now.
も遊べます。スターフォックスシリーズはスーパーファミコンの一作目
Let's
か
go!
ら
I
任天堂
remember
の 3D
this
シ
so
ステムゲーム
much.
の歴史を築いてき
Like
ま
it
した。
was.
途中でアドベンチャーに繰り出してみたり
Star Fox Adventures.
スマブラに参戦したりしましたが、おかげさまで30年以上にわたって皆さんに支えられてきました。まだシリーズを遊んだことがない方もぜひ今作をきっかけにスターフォックスを遊んでいただければと思います。最後に主人公フォックスのお父さんジェームズ・マクラウドのかつての戦いを描いたある事件について本作のプロローグ映像を見ながらお別れしま
I'll
しょ
share
う。
it after stream.
ありがとうございました。
It's too saucy for this to put on stream right now.
Come in, Star Fox. This is Corneria Defense Force Headquarters. Do you read? Loud and clear. James McCloud here, General.
You know what, Ghosty? I would have said Metroid used to be in there, but they lost their way with Metroid quite some time ago.
We'll let you know what we find. Proceed with caution. You're the first to set eyes on that.
They lost their way with
place.
Metroid, which is a shame.
And thank you for accepting this mission, James. You're the only one.
I agree, Sepho. It is a specific segment of the audience
Something's jamming long-range comms.
But I'll pick it
Stay
up
sharp, team.
just because. Why not?
Are you seeing this,
It's
James?
priced at
According to my
$49.99,
instruments, the atmosphere
and it'll
is
probably be available on
And we're doing this job
physical
next
for
to
less.
nothing? We're supposed to be mercs, not chumps.
There's more at stake here than our bottom line, Pigma.
They turned him into a Sheba.
Yeah, sure.
General Pepper says his people have detected signs
I
of
mean,
activity on
Devastator said
Venom's
they
surface.
turned him into sexiness
Concerned
of
it
the
has something
furry.
to do with Dr. Andros.
It's been years since Andros was banished here, James.
Nah, it was a big deal back in the day, Metroid.
All the more reason to
The moment
figure
it
out what's
released,
going on.
the hype
Dr.
for Metroid
Andros
used to
made
be
mistakes,
crazy.
and he paid the price for them. But
The
whatever else
2D
he
ones
is,
anyway, and then they
he's a
went into the
genius.
Prime series, and
Maybe
that's
he
when it
found a way
started
to
to
survive.
go
Such a bleeding
wayward. Metroid Prime was alright, but after Metroid Prime, it just went downhill.
Where'd they come from?
Defensive formation.
Like, I'm really disappointed that they haven't put Metroid Prime 2, Echoes and Corruption on the Nintendo Store. I would actually play them because those are the two I haven't played. And I really want to play them before I play the latest Metroid. But they decided that they're not going to release that. And the only way for me to play them is through emulation. I just... I guess I could do that, but I don't want to. I do have them on my GameCube, like the physicals already, but my modded GameCube broke when I was moving, when I got evicted from my old place. Well, forced evicted, I should say, because the landlord wanted to sell the property. When the removal people moved our stuff, they broke my GameCube. I have like three GameCubes, a purple one, a black one, and another one. And the one that they broke just happened to be the goddamn modded one. Fell apart.
Warn the general.
Not without you, James.
Because all it had was like a switch to switch it from PAL mode to NTSC mode. And I bought all my games on NTSC because they ran in 60 Hz instead of 50.
Keep an eye on
I couldn't deal with PAL even back then. Probably not. Did you hear that retailers are dropping the price of physical Nintendo games? I did, Sappho. And apparently they're gonna do... I think they've done that already in the UK, or they're going to do that. They didn't give us much time, Calandros. No. We had to leave a bunch of stuff behind where we just couldn't afford to get the stuff moved. I mean, when they forcefully evicted us because they wanted to sell the property, we pretty much had to go into temporary housing for the meantime until we found a permanent place. That was when I moved. When my internet was terrible for a whole year. Took a year before we moved here. It is what it is, man. You go through trials and tribulations and difficult times, but you manage and prosper. But yeah, we lost a lot of stuff. Thankfully, this place and the last place we were in had like full furnishing and stuff, so it didn't really affect us. But we had to leave like beds behind, kitchenware behind. We just didn't have time to take them. So Reforge is crying about Xbox again. Man, don't these ponies ever talk about anything other than Xbox? Like, is that literally their whole persona? You know, the other day I was accused that all I do on this stream is talk about PlayStation. No lie. That's what I was accused of. That I don't talk about anything outside of PlayStation. Come on. How bogus are those claims? No, they didn't. Whatever was left behind, they just disposed. We told them we don't have time, and I didn't have the money. Like, I didn't have the money at the time to take everything out. So we got what we could get out and then left the keys. I mean, being realistic, there's nothing to talk about with PlayStation. They don't do anything. I don't know, man. But, you know, they came at me and saying, well, all you talk about is PlayStation. And I'm like, huh? I'm like one of the only streams out there that actually covers a broad spectrum of everything. Whether it's Nintendo, Xbox, mainly Xbox, because I am an Xbox fan. But I cover all, you know, all aspects of that stuff. I was like, what are you guys even talking about? All right. Xbox presents a special look at Stranger Than Heaven. Set up the 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 16, 16, 18, 19, 19.
登場界。それが俺たちの国だ。登場界。
I ain't ever gonna deny the waifu allegations. I'm not even gonna deny that waifu allegations. Waifus are waifus, man. Fix fights, save lives. It's that simple.
けど、そういうんじゃねえんだ。俺たちみてえなヤクザもん、帰る場所のない連中が生きていける、そんな場所があったらいいって思わねえか。ねえだろ、そんなの。だから作るんだよ、俺たち自身で。
That right there, that's the Japan you've been dreaming.
Yeah, this is the Yakuza game. Hey, isn't that Snoop Dogg? It sounded like him.
This is Japan.
Stranger than heaven. Back streets walking on the edge of the night. Senses sharper than the edge of the night.
Kokora.
Just what are we trying so hard to protect? 歌を食い物にして蒼天堀の帝王なんて呼ばれて、それでできた居場所ってのは俺の欲しかったものなんでしょうか。
Atami. So you're going through time? Shinjuku.
What's your story? Just a poem for the Yakuza. Some things never change.
Hey, Grey Man, how's it going, buddy?
Obsessing over one man's death. That's no way to live a life.
I know, but I can't just live it alone.
If I don't settle this, my life can't ever begin. Nice to know you're not scared.
What's a man gotta do for a little peace and quiet? Dive through the silence where the memories burn.
Remember my promise, yeah?
Men come and go with you, leave for prayer. A secret ain't buried, the presence in the past. Rumors rise slow, but the truth is fast. Under my death, some names still burn.
怖い顔してますよ、社長。
I mean, they did good with the trailer. Animations could be a little better.
We could always just make our own country.
But they're still using the Yakuza engine, right?
Our only way forward is to make a place for ourselves. That's
yeah, I'm not quite sure that they are.
If this country won't accept us, we'll carve out our own right from underneath it.
Tojo Clan origin story. Enjoy, Banisher. Hey, look, it's Shenmue.
join the fun. It's our homecoming after all.
So long, America! This is my home, and nothing's gonna change that!
I actually like the music.
Stranger than heaven.
Don't know. I don't know much about this game. This is one of the games that I don't really talk to my friends at SEGA about. I don't really want to know much about it because I want to play it. Just I'll see what they want to show, but I don't want to know the ins and outs. I have Ghosty, and I think they're mental. I was going to actually raise that as a story point today, but I just thought it's so dumb that I can't do it. How is 20 hours too short? Why do people want a million-hour long game, man? Like Crimson Desert, I'm not playing because of how long it is. It depends on the game, Bold. For me, if the game is amazing and is gripping and keeps me on the edge of my seat, and it's a 10-hour game, I'm happy. But if it's 35 hours and 20 hours of that is bloat, then I'm not interested.
英語もそれほど達者ではない。そして当時としては目立つアジア系の外見を持つ母と子。父という後ろ盾を失った後、言われなき迫害を受けるようになってしまいます。その後、精神的疲労から体調を崩していた母親も亡くなり、天涯孤独の身となってしまった誠はある決意をします。母親の故郷でもあり、自身と見た目も近しい人間がたくさんいるはずの日本に渡ろうと。持つものも持たず身一つで船へと乗り込んだ誠ですが、彼が乗った船は裏の世界では名の通った超大物が乗る船なのでした。密輸商人オルフェウス、彼との運命的ともいえる出会いが誠の生涯を大きく動かすことになります。
I play Orpheus, an international smuggler who only has one rule: taking what's meant to be where it's meant to be. If you want it, I can get it for you.
See this fella here? It's his job to keep troublemakers like you out.
I don't know the release date for, or the window for the VF6. I do know it's coming along well.
I play a character connected to Makoto, you, and Orpheus, but I can't get into too many details, so let me tell you about Orpheus. See, Orpheus, he a one-stop shop for any and all contraband that his underworld connects may require. I'm talking weapons, ammunition, gold, silver, green, white, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, even state secrets. He always delivers. The name Orpheus, that's just a nickname, nothing more. He's a dangerous globetrotter, and that's all anyone knows about him for sure.
Yeah, Makoto and you, those little punks were just the same in the beginning, until the moment they spat out those last words, when their asses were going to be left for good in the middle of the Pacific.
Want to tell me why you're here?
I want to go to Japan. We got nowhere left in this world. That's why we heading to Japan.
Take a good look.
That right there, that's the Japan you've been dreaming about.
See, Orpheus realizes in that moment that maybe what he's destined to deliver are the lives of these two boys.
Getting there is one thing, but how will these kids survive in this place?
Yeah, you see, that puts me off entirely, Woodpit.
Maybe. Even that cold-blooded dealer felt a spark of curiosity.
Taking advantage of the fact that he speaks Japanese, Orpheus brings Makoto on as his sidekick, his wingman. Through countless jobs and deals, Makoto learns the tricks of the trade on how to stay spooned and groomed, dipped and whipped, zooted and booted, gooted and looted. I ain't gonna go two more. But the harsh edge of the business and how adults blow off steam, if you know what I mean. Now that's when Orpheus discovered the kid has a talent that nobody's seen coming.
That's singing. His skills still had a long way to go, but that passion in him, nobody could ever match that.
Music is the great equalizer. It transcends
Yeah,
barriers,
Devastator sent that video too.
captivates and unites people. Makoto was always an outsider wherever he went. And finally, he found a place he could call home, where he belongs, where he's treated equal.
A legendary smuggler shrouded in mystery and a boy with nowhere to go. Their meeting and their parting sets this strange story in motion.
But this is only the prologue to a much bigger story. One that begins within their meeting in 1915 and unravels through 50 years of Makoto's relentless, unforgiving fight to survive.
Things the era wouldn't allow. Things society wouldn't forgive.
A sweeping saga of men drawn together across time by the strange twists of fate.
It's the story of men who fought, clawed,
I want to
and
finish
struggled
games,
to carve out a place
not
for
one
themselves
game a year.
in a Japan undergoing violent change. So keep your eyes on the characters we bring to life, on the choices they make, and the paths they walk.
Japan's pretty slick, ain't
Hey,
it?
not on
Welcome
my
to
PC.
Japan, fellas.
Back you go. And get off my OLED. You come this way.
そ
Not
れ
on my
は
OLED.
少年ライト誠にとってこの日本という場所でどうやって生きていくのかを決めるきっかけとなるのです。そしてもう一人この男との出会いが誠の人生の行く末を大きく決めることとなります。それが生涯の友でありライバルでもある少し年上の青年新庄優です。
A man of mixed Western and Japanese heritage, Yu has grown up in a world that doesn't quite know where to place him, not unlike Makoto. Yu first meets Makoto on Orpheus' ship, where they're nearly thrown overboard. And from that moment on, their lives are intertwined. Makoto is impulsive and brash. Yu, on the other hand, is a realist, sharper, and more calculating than most, always thinking several steps ahead. Upon reaching Kokura, Yu and Makoto make a daring escape from Orpheus' ship.
Looks like this is where we part ways. Yeah. Good luck out there, Makoto. You too. See you on the other side. Till then.
While Makoto faces extreme hardship adapting to a new language and culture, Yu adapts rather quickly and even finds work, becoming quite comfortable as a Westerner in Japan.
I see you got a new getup. You're working here now?
I am. And I see that you're exactly the same. Still just another no-name loser.
But Yu's heart hides a major weakness. He simply can't leave his faithful friend, Makoto, behind. Through all the persecution, Makoto wants more than anything to carve out a place of his own in Japan. Yu, however, as a man of great ambition, seeks something more. He doesn't want to just survive in Japan. He wants to reshape it. If the world won't make room for him, he will build a new one. These ideas soon clash, and our stowaways decide to walk separate paths. But fate, of course, has other plans. A unique opportunity presents itself years later and reunites them as partners in show business. Adapting the famed Yashima name from their Kokura days, Makoto and Yu then enter a chaotic and unpredictable new chapter.
I just don't talk about it,
as
Bags.
Osaka's
If people tell me
latest
stuff
and
in
greatest
confidence,
showman. Here,
it stays that way.
With years of Yakuza experience, from his time in Hiroshima becomes a true force.
I don't break it, I don't do anything. I just keep it to myself because they've told me in confidence.
Even the Italian mafia. Naturally, with Makoto as the brawn, that leaves you to play the brains. Using his wit and intellect, you navigate the world of underground entertainment, leading to a face-off with the Japanese government. Makoto Daito
there is no dubbing
and
in
Yu
this,
Shinjo.
Susanoo.
One path, two different
They
stripes.
have the original
And that's
Japanese
only
voice
the
actors
beginning.
speaking in English.
30 years after
Those that
meeting
can
at sea,
anyway.
the world is changing around them, giving way to even greater tragedy. From here, the story has toward a conclusion almost no one could predict.
Abiotic factor?
But that's
I'll have to
only
see what that
part
is.
of it. This is far more than a story about crime or ambition. It's a story of identity, belonging, history. A story of friendship, of lives, of wills determined not only to spin the wheel of fate, but to shatter it.
Rags to riches. It's a tale as old
It sounds
as
good
time,
though.
and more fitting than ever.
It is my hope you will experience this remarkable tale for yourself.
It sounds really good. I think they're gonna nail it with this one. I mean, don't they
本作
always?
ストレンジャーザンヘブンは主人公である大東誠、そしてその生涯の友でもある新庄優、この2人の50年間にわたる生涯を描いた作品となります。ここで舞台となる街についても紹介させていただきます。まず始まりの街、1915年福岡小倉。オルフェウスの密輸船の目的地でもある日本西部の一大工業地帯でもあったこの街がストレンジャーザンヘブン最初の舞台となります。まだ日本に近代的な娯楽が存在しない中、職を求め全国から集まった労働者たちによってにぎわう活気ある街並みが特徴です。飲む、打つ、買う、すべての遊びが詰まっています。
Man, so much inspiration from Shenmue, it's crazy. I mean, this was like a spirit. The concept of Yakuza was a spiritual successor to Shenmue,
さま
but
ざまな
still.
国の社交場としても機能した異色の街並みが特徴です。映画などの娯楽も浸透し、日本文化の近代化の訪れが感じられる一方、日本有数の極道組織に牛耳られた背景を持つ街となります。地下水路や高台など高低差のある迷路のような地形も冒険に奥行きを与えます。そして1943年、今も日本有数の歓楽街として知られる大阪の南へと舞台を移します。緊迫する世界情勢の中、海外の文化が深く入り込んだ日本の裏が描かれます。表向きには日本を称えつつ、裏で異国の文化を楽しむ人々、そしてそれを裏で操ろうとするヤクザやマフィアたち。過去の舞台とは様変わりした新しい遊びの数々を体験することが可能です。その後舞台は1951年、日本有数の観光地でもある静岡・熱海。
Honestly, Safa, hopefully not too big.
そして1965年の東京新宿カムロ町へと物語の進行に伴って
But yeah, it looks like you're going to be playing through a bunch of eras.
そこには大きなストーリー上の秘密がありますので、また
And it will
別の
finish
機
off
会
at
に遊びの要素などをお伝えできればと思います。
After Orpheus recognizes his talent for music, Makoto discovers that he has a keen ability to find the music in everyday life and can memorize sounds as ideas for future compositions. Makoto can take note of many different sounds from across town, whether that's the hustle and bustle of the streets, a call from a wild animal, or even the sound of his enemies mid-combat.
Really?
New ideas can come from just about anywhere. These sounds will also vary depending on the era, location, and time of the day. At night, Makoto might listen in on a neighbor's snoring. The call of hungry crows flocking to freshly scattered crumbs. Or distant howls echoing from afar. The list goes on. By collaborating with various composers he will encounter, Makoto can combine and arrange these sounds he has gathered to help create original compositions.
No, it's not cancelled, but someone said it was cancelled.
At first, Makoto gives singing a try for himself.
So, you sing or no?
IG?
Yeah, I guess I do.
Then you might try making some money with it.
What?
However, he later finds his true calling as a showman, producing and managing gigs and performances for other artists.
Find a singer with talent and do all you can to make them a star. They call that a showman.
As a showman, Makoto will decide the structure of each show, handle the promotion.
I don't think they needed Snoop, but
finally,
Snoop has
stage the
ties
thing
with
itself.
Xbox. So,
earning more
considering
and more money
Sega and
with each
Xbox
success.
are,
Another
you
key
know,
element
joined
of
at
being
the
a
hip at the
showman
moment,
is
it was
scouting those
probably
with a
some
gift
kind
for
of
music.
marketing play.
By gathering info from around town, Makoto can find new singers and musicians to take part in his productions. As the story progresses, Makoto will grow close to a
Gaz
wide range of
joined that,
individuals, each
public-
possessing
that-
unique and remarkable abilities.
That
Still,
blog,
among all
IG,
this
I
new
can't
talent
remember.
in Makoto's
Informal
life as a
Game,
showman,
Informal Game.
the most impactful are
I can't remember
undoubtedly
what they're
the
called.
singers.
It's IG for sure.
Some
They said it was
who you may
cancelled,
know
but I
already.
don't believe it has been cancelled.
Takashi は主人公の大東とクレの極道組織で出会います。
I mean, if you've ever played a Yakuza game, you know that they're everything.
またいつでも貸してやるで。組織内では赤鬼の異名で恐れられていた大東のアシスタント的なポジションで、大東のことを慕う弟分のような役柄です。とある事情から広島最強とも言われるいわき組の一員となった大東の舎弟として常日頃行動を共にするようになるのですが、そんな高志の隠していた趣味が歌とピアノでした。ヤクザとしてはあまり役に立たない趣味ですし、高志はそのことを必死に隠しているんですが、ある日大東にその趣味を知られてしまいます。
なんじゃピアノ
Safa, I don't even know what that means. I just know that Snoop Dogg is a singer and that's it. That's literally all I know about the guy.
兄貴。大東はこいつに歌わせて一儲けしてやろうと興行を思いついて、これをきっかけに大東の興行師としての活動が本格化していき、後の八島興行やそのまた後の東上会という組織にもつながってくるストーリー的にも大きなエピソードの一つとなります。大東の兄貴はどんな歌を作るのか、そしてユーザーの皆様はその歌をどう作り変えていくのか、そして僕はどうやってその歌を歌ってどうストーリーに関わっていくのか。
So it
本
looks
作
like
に
the
は
music side
高
of
志以
things
外
is
にも重
integral
要
to
な
the
シン
game.
ガーたちが存在するのですが、
I can
こ
see
の
that
方の
putting
役柄
people
も
off.
非常に重要となります。
Well, some people, I mean.
You will meet Suzy when Makoto and you travel to the seaside city of Atami in 1951. 1951 is a moment of great change in Japan, a time when American influence has flooded in, creating new trends in language, music, and fashion. This collision of East and West results in a unique era that exudes both optimism and melancholy. Atami is one of Japan's most notable tourist destinations. My character, Suzy, intends to sing on the largest stage in that city. There, the course of her life is permanently altered when she meets Makoto and you.
So, what'd you think?
Brilliant.
Stranger Than Heaven brings players inside Japan's show business world at this pivotal moment in the country's history. And unsurprisingly, showbiz's customs and culture turn out to be just as cutthroat as the underworld's. As a singer, working on this project and portraying this character was an absolute honor, and unlike anything else I've done before. In addition to my voice acting, I worked with Satoshi-san, who plays Takashi, on crafting the theme song for the game. I love being able to combine acting and singing in a single project, and I am so thrilled for players to experience what we've cooked up.
これまで紹介したように、ストレンジャーザンヘブンは5つの時代、5つの舞台、そして50年間にわたる男たちの生涯を描いた作品であること、さらに歌というものを中心としたさまざまなゲーム体験がある非常にユニークな内容になっているということをお伝えしてきましたが、それだけではありません。主人公である大東誠の真骨頂は、どんな相手にも屈しない精神力と腕っぷしの強さにあります。ここからはストレンジャーザンヘブンもう一つのユニークポイントとも言うべきコンバットシステムについて解説していきます。
What have you got against my beautiful hair? Alright, combat.
私からは今作の最大の特徴ともいえるコンバットシステムについてご紹介いたします。本作のコンバットシステム最大の特徴は、プレイヤーキャラクターである大東の左半身と右半身の操作をそれぞれ独立した操作で行うというものです。コントローラーの RB、RT を入力すると右手や右足といった右半身、LB、LT を入力すると左手や左足など左半身を使っての攻撃を繰り出すことができます。大東はこれらの入力に反応してビビッドにアクションを繰り出し、かつてないレベルで意のままに操っている感覚を提供します。攻撃の方法はタップしての連続攻撃だけではなく、入力し続けることでパワーを込め、離すことでより強烈な攻撃を繰り出すことも可能です。これを利用してタイミングよく攻撃を繰り出すことが上手なプレーの一つとなります。例えばこのように走り寄ってきた敵に絶妙なタイミングでパワーを込めた攻撃を叩き込むことや、連続したタップ入力でジャブを連発した後にパワーを込めた強い攻撃を繰り出したりすることも自由自在です。他にも敵の攻撃を片方の手で防ぎ即座に反撃するなど、相手のアクションを見極め決定的な攻撃の瞬間をプレイヤー自らがデザインできることが本作の醍醐味と言えるでしょう。左右を操って激しい打撃戦を仕掛ける以外にも、
The sun was only good for page 3 and that's
同時に引くことでタックルを繰り出して
until
攻撃
people
する
found
こと
the
ができま
internet.
す。
And then page 3 just didn't matter
マウ
anymore.
ントを取って攻撃といった状況でもリアルに左右の手を使ってアクションしているかのような感覚を味わうことができます。
Jeez
本作のもう
Louise!
一つのコンバットシステムの大きな特徴に武器の存在があります。大東は素手での戦闘のみならず、包丁、ハンマー、刀とさまざまな武器との出会いがあり、これらを手にして戦い抜きます。本編の壮大な物語の多くの局面では、これらをいつ装備しどう戦っていくかが生き残っていくための鍵となってきます。大東がその人生を歩んでいく中でより強力な武器を手にすることもあるでしょう。古くからの技物や新たな製法で生まれた品など様々です。新たに手に入る素材を武器に注ぎ込むことで殺傷能力の向上や追加性能の解放も可能です。積極的に武器の入手とアップグレードを行うことで生き残るための手段が増えていきます。ストレンジャーザンヘブンではこうした基本的なアクションに加えて、高速移動する車中でのバトルや敵を一瞬で倒すことができる大技、
Can you imagine walking into the shops and saying, "Hey, I'd like the sport, please"? Hey, no one. That must have been like you walk in there with a wig, fake tash, glasses.
自分の半生が重な
You're
る
gonna
よ
have
う
the
な
sport,
強い
please.
衝撃を受けた記憶があります。
You did not want to be
僕
recognized.
自身日本人の父とスペイン人の母を持ち、環境や時代こそ違えど、大東誠と近しいような経験や、それこそ苦しい思いをしたことがあります。 そんな中でも必死に言葉の壁を越えられるように努力して自分の居場所、
Maybe she
自
doesn't
分の
like
夢を追い
pirates.
かけ壁を乗り越えることで俳優としてのキャリアを積み重ねてきました。本作の大東誠は決して善人ではありません。また登場してくる他のキャラクターたちも全員癖のある人間ばかりです。でも全員に共通しているのは成し遂げたい夢がある、そしてそのために必死に生きているということです。人は夢があるからこそ頑張れます。どんなに苦しいことがあっても最後まで必死にもがき続けていきます。そんな人間の生きるということへの強い執着と情熱がこの作品の魅力だと思っています。私も今本作の収録で非常に難易度の高いお芝居に日々挑戦しているところなのですが、この世界の中で生きているキャラクターたちの熱量に負けないよう、自分が培ってきた技術と経験と情熱でこの作品を完成に導けるよう精一杯頑張ります。
今回はストレンジャーザンヘブンについてストーリーとゲーム概要を中心にご紹介いたしました。そう遠くないうちにより詳細なゲーム内容やテクニカルな部分についてもご紹介できると思います。続報にもご期待ください。そして最後に重要なお知らせです。本作ストレンジャーザンヘブンはこの冬に発売となります。また Xbox ゲームパスで発売日から
Oh, Xbox Game Pass on release day. Let's go!
RGG スタジオでは完成に向けて総力を挙げて制作に取り組んでいます。我々のスタジオにしか作り出せない攻めたストーリーテリングとゲームシステム。あなたも天国よりも奇妙な世界で思いっきり暴れてみませんか。横山でした。
Really devastator. I don't need to know about Turkey's transplant system. Wait, that wasn't even you. That was Paul. Abiotic factor. I'll have a look at those soon. Not bad. Nice stuff. Nice stuff. Right, where were we? Where were we? Where were we? Right, let's go back here. All right. And look, even my dog is saying no by yipping away. I wonder what she's dreaming about. Good stuff, though. So there's been a bit of a petition because Steins Gate Reboot was released in Japan, but only in Japan. It was a 360 game. It got ported over to the Series X from the 360. They kind of done it up a bit and ported it over to the Series consoles. And well, it wasn't available in English and it wasn't released in the Western market. There's been a lot of, back and forth and a lot of people protesting and a lot of people, sending stuff to the developers and whatnot to get this game localized for English. And apparently it is happening. Steins Gate Reboot is coming to Xbox in English. It is coming to the Western market. So if you were excited for this, well, now you can be double excited because it is landing on your Series console. Rabbits likely. Last time when I was like about 3-4 days ago, she was sleeping right next to me and started yipping and then started growling at the same time. I was like, why are you growling for? Just continue yipping. You sound cute like that. But yeah, if you're, I'm excited for this. I think this is really good, and I'll be picking this up. So that's cool news for Xbox. Christopher Dring went searching for Xbox bad news because that's what he does. IO Interactive Project Fantasy, an online fantasy RPG previously known as Project Dragon. Christopher Dring asked about Project Fantasy's financial health, referencing reports that its major partner, implied to be Xbox, had pulled most of the third-party funding out, and basically leaving them in the lurch and causing them financial strain and potentially closing the studio or cancelling the project. I mean, he was fishing for Xbox bad news. I mean, it's what snakes do, right? But Hakan Abrak just basically said, fuck off. I'm not going to answer your stupid childish games for console warring, so piss off. And he stated the project is in a very healthy financial place, with financing still actively going on, and describes the game as amazing. So he basically turned around to Christopher Dring and just gave him the middle finger and said, on your way, buddy. I'm not falling for your stupid games. I'm not going to tell you. Yeah, she runs in her sleep as well. Like, if it's like a really like yip, 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 and then she starts like moving her paws. It's funny. Now, hasn't farted herself awake yet, but it's, it's adorable. I do Devastator. She's amazing. I'm still trying to get her to listen to what I'm saying. I can't literally put my head down without her seeing that as I'm going to now attack you. And there's nothing to stop her. But we're trying to get her to stop doing that. But yeah, Christopher Dring tried to dig up some Xbox bad news, and Hakan Abrak basically just told him to piss off. Mad respect to Hakan Abrak. I like it. He'd be looking around for the culprit. If you are a Amazon Prime customer, you will have Prime Gaming from Amazon. And the free games lineup, you can get Mafia 2 Definitive Edition on GOG. Fruit Boss, whatever that is, on GOG today. On the 14th, you'll get Survival, Fountain of Youth, 60 Minutes to Extinction, Escape Room, and Lethal Honor of the Order of the Apocalypse. That reminds me, my son was supposed to join me on Tuesday and Thursday giving away games. I'm really sorry he hasn't. I'll make sure that that's set up from next week. We are going to be doing giving away a bunch of codes. They are Steam codes, but I've just been given a ton of codes and I need to start giving them away. So from next week, we're going to do that. You get Space Grunts, Palindrome Syndrome, Escape Room Again, Hot Brass, The Nordic Storm Solitaire, Moon Mystery, and Pro Basketball Manager for all you lovers out there of Pro Basketball. For me, this is the only one that really stands out as anything that I'm interested in. The Escape Room might be fun though, so I'll have a look at that. Yeah, Minnie was supposed to jump into the chat, and because he's got all the codes upstairs, I sent them to him to deal with it, and he didn't. So I've only just remembered when I was looking at it. So yeah, Humble Bundle. If you might, this month's Humble Bundle is pretty damn amazing. You get Diablo 4, Shin Megami Tensei Vengeance, Crisis 3 Remastered. 3 games that are pretty good if you don't have them. I don't have Shin Megami Tensei, so I'm going to be happy with that. I'll finally own Diablo, which is great. And Crisis 3 is landing. And then you get a bunch of these games that probably no one really cares about. Mord Horde, Rogue Waters, Cubic. But yeah, I like Humble Bundle choice. They usually give you at least one game that's worth the price, and it makes up for it. Yeah, Dring is annoying. He literally just looks for anything that he can console war with. Atari acquires rights to the legendary Wizardry RPGs. Now, isn't this the publisher behind Baldur's Gate? Or am I mistaken? I mean, I could be mistaken, right? But aren't they the... underlying IP, the 5 games including Wizardry, Proving Grounds, Mad Overlord? I guess not. I thought they were the IP behind that. But Atari are looking to move up in the world, and they're looking to start buying IPs all over the place. Wizards of the Coast, right. I saw the word wizard and I thought it was that. But Atari is still trying to remain relevant in this world where they're pretty much obsolete. But hey, good luck to them. They've acquired the rights to all those RPGs. Sweet, sweet stuff. We do have some bad news, though. Hello, indie and horror friends. For a while now, I've been hard at work on my next game, Paranormal Activity Threshold. I cannot thank everyone enough for the wildly positive reception it received at PAX. It's been a long time since I released Mortuary Assistant, and I was thrilled, which is a bloody scary game, by the way. And I was thrilled to see people enjoying more of my work. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your support means the world to me, and it's why I do what I do. This is why it is so difficult to share that development of Paranormal Activity Threshold has come to a close. It's no secret that game development means constant change and challenges, especially as a solo indie. It became clear that the game needed more time to ensure it was the best it could possibly be. DreadXP stood by my need for more time, and together we made a request to Paramount for a time extension. Sadly, Paramount did not agree to extend development. This left me with two choices: rush through development and release a subpar product I would not be proud of, or request we go our separate ways. I chose the latter. Proudly, DeadXP stood by me every step of the way, and we parted ways with Paramount amicably. Paramount just sucks, man. Like, now they get nothing. How is that better than what they had before? It was an honor to even be considered to work on an IP I love so much. So this chapter ends for me, but I'm not going anywhere. I need a small vacation, but I am excited and eager to return to my corner of horror that you all have so generously allowed me to occupy. On to the next grave to discover what horrors I may unearth. Brian Clark. Yeah, I mean, I'm subscribed to Humble Bundle like on a monthly basis, and I at least get one game every month that's worth that £11. It's such a good deal, man. It is such a good deal. And so between Diablo 4, Crysis, and Shin Megami Tensei 5, which I did actually want to buy, right? Those 3 games alone make this month amazing for me. But I don't get it, man. Paranormal. I mean, not Paranormal, Paramount. Why not give them more time? Give them the extension they need to make the game right. Why would they want to release a game that is broken with bugs and crap and then have the game rated as absolute garbage? It's so dumb, man. Aliens Fireteam Elite 2 launches summer 2026. If you remember this, people will like it. It was a good game at the time, the first one. This is the second one. It's coming. It's a 4-player co-op game. And I think the first one did well. The second one is going to do pretty cool too. There is another Alien game. Firestorm, was it? Or Fireswarm? I can't remember what it was called. It was more like a isometric top-down view. That one had severe problems working on PC. Backed by popular demand, Hollow Body is coming to consoles. I don't know what this is, but apparently Hollow Body is coming June 5th to Xbox Series X and S and PS5. So let's have a look and see Hollow Body. Hello Body. Is there like a trailer for it? There is. Alright, it was 1 year ago. It was 1 year ago.
She's still out there, Tax. Somewhere. Scared and alone.
In fucking bodies, man. People. They don't deserve to end like this.
Fucking Scousers! What the f- I did not expect that. I did not expect that. No way. Oh no.
In fucking bodies, man. People. They don't deserve to end like this.
Jamie Redknapp, boy. He's in the game.
Guess I'll see you after. Hey, we're doing this on our terms. Not theirs.
God, that was Jamie Redknapp if it ever was. Oh shit, I did not expect that. Sorry, chat. That was funny.
Tell me, is she still alive?
This looks kind of good. I mean, not graphically, but the style of the game looks decent. What does Scousers mean? It's so you know how you got people in the UK, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, right? Well, there's a little town in the middle called Liverpool, and they don't define themselves as people from the UK. They have their own Republic of Scousers. Hey, it's true story. You can ask him. He's literally there. There's no lies in what I said. They don't, in terms of language that they don't speak English. They speak Scouse. I'm not making this shit up. It is what it is. Well, not in the middle, but you get what I'm saying. It's close enough. One out of 10 game, too much Liverpool. Oh, Ghostly's gonna send these goons round for that one. The Sinking City 2, it's another one that I saw being posted around. Get the first official look at the gameplay from the Sinking City 2 coming this summer to pretty much all platforms except the Nintendo Switch, because even at, 240p, it just couldn't run. I don't make lies. He says it himself. They genuinely do believe that. I've got no problem understanding them. I think half the time they have a problem understanding me.
Three months ago, we attempted the dreaming ritual. What do you remember?
Just...
Oh God, no.
And you...
Hell no.
Nothing. But I woke up, and you didn't.
I don't understand.
You were gone, and I tried to bring you back, but I failed.
Kelvin! No!
Can't evacuate yet.
This looking interesting.
Before I save her.
Attention all visitors. Due to recent flooding and the pandemic, access to external areas is limited.
What the hell hell is going on?
For your own protection, please refrain from opening restricted doors and avoid contact with any bodies that appear abnormal.
Turn around, real slow.
Calvin, I assure you all is well.
How are you? The worms only inhabit the dead.
Medical staff are working
He's going to third base with tentacles. This looks good, man.
Calvin, my love.
This has a little bit of that Cthulhu Kronos vibe to it.
Don't leave me.
I have poured every waking moment since the train.
And he has got the fedora as well, so he's trying a bit of that Indiana Jones too.
It's taken everything I have. Sorry I'm late.
Did you get it? Was there any trouble?
I never get in trouble.
You get in trouble all the time. What?
Faye Adelaide Bennett.
Calvin!
Will you contact a god with me?
I did not, but this is making me want to play the first one, which is cool. So apparently, Nintendo is facing pressure to increase their price for the Switch 2 console that isn't actually selling as well as they hoped it would be, which is totally weird, because if it's not even meeting demand that you want it to meet, why would you want to increase the sale price? But apparently they are looking at that because it is happening. And, you know, like Pirok said, apparently Switch 2 is selling at a loss, which I'm actually surprised about, because Nintendo doesn't normally sell at a loss. And Nintendo is facing pressure from shareholders to raise the price. Normally Nintendo is not in the practice of selling hardware at a loss and make it back up with software sales. So what impact would we see from a $550 Switch 2? I think they're going to hurt themselves even more. And look, I am neither, you know, accepting those allegations, Devastator, nor denying them. They are just there in the open. I think if they bumped up the power a little bit more, I think they made a mistake not bumping up the power a bit more. They should have, and then they could have probably got away with a 499. But at the power spec that it was on, they just couldn't get away with it. Yeah, because it's so underpowered for what it is. It is, Susano. But what the point I'm saying is, Nintendo already had to restructure their expectations because they missed it by, like, what is it, 30%? They didn't sell the way they were thinking that they were going to sell. And now they are, you know, wanting to increase the price. I don't think these people understand that the more you make it expensive, the less people are going to buy. And the more you're going to send them to, you know, play those games in other ways. Because you can still play Switch 2 games using emulators. That hasn't gone away anywhere. That's what I said, Devastator. Switch 2 is just the Switch Pro. It's not really anything, you know, different. It's not a big leap over the original. And the original was just an Android tablet, right? The original Switch was supposed to be the new Nvidia Shield. Well, the Nvidia Shield 2. And Nintendo bought it and then turned it into the Switch. If you didn't know that. I mean, Nintendo's philosophy, I think it was the Wii U that was the only console that didn't sell at a profit, and I guess now the Switch too. Even the Switch sold at a profit. If you want to reserve your copy of the the Steam controller, you can do that on May the 8th, which is tomorrow. It doesn't mean that you're going to get one. You can just put yourself in a queue to get one. So, there's that. I mean, the Switch was financially super successful, right? So I wouldn't say they scammed them. And the Switch, for what it was, it combined basically the 3DS and everything into one console. It basically consolidated everything they had that was fragmented into one. So for Nintendo, that was a great move forward. But the Switch 2 just didn't do enough, and it's just not powerful enough. Is that why I'm at... No, Calandros. Outside the box, I can't use that controller on my PC. They want me to pay £85 for a Steam controller that out the box I can't use on my PC. I can't use it to play games that I buy on GOG, or I buy on Epic, or I buy on the Xbox store, or just buy whatever. The controller physically only works with the Steam API. If you don't use it with the Steam API, out the box it doesn't work. Now, they turned around and said with the Steam controller that they could have made it compatible with the Xbox Series consoles, the PS5, and the rest of PC. And they said... So without Steam, you can't use it, which is exactly my point. And they said they could have made it compatible with the others, but adding a mode switch would confuse the actual consumers. And so they didn't want to confuse the consumers because consumers are thick and retarded. And so therefore, because the consumers are absolutely stupid, they decided not to do that. When in actual terms, they just couldn't come out and say, we wanted to lock it to Steam. And that's the real reason, right? But they instead chose to say that consumers are dumb, stupid, and retarded. And that was the R&D guy. But if I have to go around looking for glossy discs, getting the executable, and then putting it as a non-Steam game into my Steam launcher, fuck that. I don't need a controller like that. I don't need a controller like that. That's literally going to try and gate me to one launcher. I'm not paying £85 for that. The OLED version of the Switch was nice because not only was it bigger, it had better cooling, it actually run better as well. But that's why I've got no interest in the Steam controller. I actually wanted it so I could, it could be like my main PC controller that I just have there, and my other controllers I can have one dedicated to my ROG LIX, another one for my Xbox, and so forth. But if you're going to turn around and tell me that I can't use it on games that I have, then it's no good to me. It's really that simple. I want it to work, and I don't care about going into it and having to faff about. I just want it to work. No, but I can use my Xbox controller on my Xbox and my PC. I don't have to do anything on PC. It works on everything on PC. People keep telling me that PC is an open platform and Valve and Steam is not a platform, but it is. And they like locking their stuff to their system. And that's their prerogative. But when it comes to PC peripherals, I expect it to work everywhere. If I'm paying almost £100 for a controller, I want it to work on anything I'm playing on there, not just anything running off Steam. If it's only a Steam controller that's only going to run on Steam, then at £40 I'd consider it. But not at 90 quid. It's not happening at 90 quid. I can spend 60 quid on an Xbox controller that will work out the box on my PC, my Xbox LIX, and it's just more convenient. It's cheaper and more flexible. The Switch 2 is the best version of the Switch. I mean, yeah. Yeah, but those custom controllers probably work out the box. If they turn around and said, outside the box, it has X input support, but you can't use the trackpads. All you can use is the analog sticks, the buttons, and that's it, I would actually be okay with it. But it doesn't even do that. It just says you can't use it. It's not, Calandros. It's already been tested. Out the box, it doesn't have X input. You need to have it. You need it to connect. You have to import the game into Steam, and the Steam API is what allows it to work. You have to import the game into Steam in order for it to work. If you don't do that, it can't work. It's basically a brick. And I'm not for that. Apparently the Steam machine is going to cost like £800 as well. Good luck with that. I really wanted to buy a Steam machine just for this playing around with it. Oh, right. Yeah, it is sold out. I was looking at the Steam machine, and at $399 I would have picked one up. But £800? Yeah, good luck with that, man. Good luck. Have fun with that one, because yeah. Oh, by the way, apparently the deals tab returns, and they confirmed the next sale is for the 13th of May. Let's put this on. From Software's upcoming single-player title is called Cerulean Onslaught, and may be revealed at the Summer Games Fest. Apparently that's a 4chan leak, so take that as you will. Anything else of interest? Final Fantasy XI return home to Vanadil, and discount campaign returns on Friday, May the 15th. Ooh, baby, we're going to jump into Final Fantasy XI, boys. You can log in for free for like 10 days or so. I'll go back and see what the hell's going on. It's been ages since I've played the game, so that'll be good. If only they actually combined the subscriptions with 11 and 14, I'd pay for them both indefinitely. Your interest in that died as soon as I said FromSoft? Oh, come on. You like Souls-like games. I mean, I don't, but you do. Yeah, 11 just finished their latest expansion. Apparently their latest expansion just wrapped up. It's the only expansion that I haven't played, so I need to go back and finish that expansion. I kind of figured that was what was happening, Woodpit, because you was talking about stuff so off sync, but I didn't want to, say something. Yeah, I just don't like games that are designed to make you rage. It's just not. I'm just not into that life. But I am into the Final Fantasy 11 life. That is golden days, man. That's when people used to actually, that's back in those days is when you used to have a community around your gamers that just, friends and stuff that you just used to, that online world that you had was like a true world of a community. Nowadays, it's you don't have that today. Do you guys? How do you guys feel about that? Like, if you go back to the 360 era or the PS3 era, during that era of gaming, when you used to play a lot more multiplayer games, I'm sure, MMOs, like, did you guys feel like the communities that you used to interact with, the people that you used to bond with back then, that kind of togetherness, that kind of friendship that you used to have, do you feel like that's dissipated now and it's no longer the same as opposed to what it used to be? Like, even like when I look at games like Final Fantasy 14, in 11, back in the day when I used to play it, it was like a second family. Now it's so disjointed. You don't feel that kind of connection. It's just something that you just jump into, do what you need to do, and get the fuck out. Even multiplayer games, like we used to arrange like 7, 8 o'clock at night. We used to jump on Call of Duty, and we just used to game all the time. Destiny, the same thing. We used to have like a massive clans where everyone was willing to help everyone for free, wasn't asking for money. You'd have Sherpas all the time running around doing stuff. Now you just don't get any of that. I mean, how do you guys, like, what's your view on that? Because I feel like that era of gaming was probably the greatest era of gaming there ever was. And I'm actually sad that it's gone. Because I think it's just gone. Not dissipated, it's actually just gone. That doesn't exist anymore, says Susano. My 360 was mostly Guitar Hero. I was already more a PC gamer. But even with PC gaming, if you played MMOs like EverQuest or Ragnarok, or, what's that old school RuneScape, it was different, man. I think it's cultural. Times change. It's not dissipated, it's actually gone. COD lobbies in the 360 days used to be great, man. It was all out war. It was all out war. It was literally World War II online. It was crazy. It was ridiculous. Like the shit I used to hear in the COD lobbies. Can you imagine if they tried something like that today? It's like instant ban everyone. There's no more COD players. I mean, with the new laws the policies that come in now with Xbox Live and PSN over voice chat, I'm actually now scared to even go online and chat with random people out of fear that I'm going to be falsely, reported against. Or, you might have that moment where you're heated because it's so tense and you say something out of turn and you'll get reported. And in today's day and age, your account is everything, right? Can you imagine your PSN or Xbox account getting suspended over something you just said in the heat of a moment because you were so engrossed in a video game? So, they've actually decentivized with all this stupidness to even chat online anymore. Kids today wouldn't survive. God love it. Yeah, my friends group went. Yeah. I don't even have, all my friends are just all the old people that I used to play with. Almost no one is around anymore. It feels so weird. I often refer to when people say it's nostalgia, but it's not. You actually had a real bond back then. There are friends that I made from back then that I still keep in touch with today. Hell, even one is even a Scouser. I don't know if you know him, Gorsty, but his name is Nelly. Well, that's Nelly's probably short for something, but we call him Nelly. Short fucker as well. Thinks it's all it, but yeah, he was a short fucker as well. But we still keep in touch with from people from the US, from thing. You don't get that today. You don't have that connection today, and I think it's just weird. Obviously you do. Just like people expect me to know every Turk that ever existed. It's just a thing. It's the law. It's like, hey, do you know Ahmet? And I'm like, who? You know, Ahmet. And I'm like, who's that? Oh, you gotta know Ahmet. And I'm like, mate, do you know how many Ahmets there are in the whole fucking world? So, yeah, you clearly have to know all the Scousers. I mean, I know he lived close to Anfield. He wasn't far from Anfield. The meme where it's like, okay, bros, it's getting late. See you tomorrow. Last online, 3,667 days. Yeah. But that's what I mean. Those old people that you play with, that you used to play with, you still keep in touch with them, and that's so cool. I feel like that when I see people like recently, people have been asking for Asher to bring back the social community of Xbox, because Xbox was built on that social community, and I feel like they've lost that. And who knows? Maybe they will one day return to it, and I hope they do. Because I think like a lot of that is lost in today's day, and it's a bit of a shame. Reported knowing you have handed over your identity for the right to use the functionality. Yep. You know, for we to put it up to my shot. Yeah. Is that a joke or is that serious? Because there is one word that I know his wife used to say all the time. It was a skill in Final Fantasy XI, but she became addicted to that word, even on Ventrilo chat. Does anyone even remember Ventrilo? Ventrilo was a good thing, man. TeamSpeak. But before TeamSpeak, I think it was Ventrilo. But chat, I'm not really seeing anything else out there as news. I know Devil May Cry right now is available, the collection, on Xbox for $5 for anyone that's interested. So that might be something that you're interested in checking out. I raided on Vent in like Burning Crusade once or twice. Yeah, Vent was back then when like, man, it was just a different time, I guess. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything else in terms of newsworthiness. If there's anything that anyone else wants to talk about, man, the hate for mixtape has already begun. 10 FPS game, really? Jesus Christ. Apparently, Moore's Law is going to leak all the information about Helix this week. Man, I hope he got fed the false information, and when it comes out, I want everyone to laugh at him. But I do like the fight that he and Kepler are having, calling each other liars. That's great. Man, did you hear about Ask Jeeves? Ask Jeeves is finally gone. You got... Hey, look. What is this with Baldy? Leave Baldy alone. So you got a Reforge, Core AI Leadership, Red Flag, was bollocks. You got Dreamcast guy crying, PS6 has no exclusives, all games on PS5. I don't know, chat. I'm not really fond of Dreamcast guy at all. I probably lost about 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes, but it's up to you. Yeah, Ask Jeeves was still a thing, man. I couldn't believe it. I was like, yeah, we're finally taking it down, and I'm like, wait, it still existed? You what, mate? Nah, it was all about AOL Internet, mate. AOL was the one. You knew you had it right when it was down to AOL. MBG is quitting Twitter? Really? Why did he say that? You know what? I'm not gonna lie though. I really hate that. I really despise people that spoil games for other people. If you don't like the game, fine. Just piss off. Right? You don't need to spoil the game for other people. You know, I just don't get it why people have so much fun ruining someone else's entertainment. And the thing is, I think Saris is a really good game. Oh, the abiotic stuff. Hey, we can check out the abiotic one. See what type of a game it is. Let's check out the official trailer. Copy link. No, we don't want to copy link. Let's have a look. This hollow body looks good though, man. Might have to actually check it out on Steam and see how much it is. I am currently playing Ground Zero, which I'm really enjoying. Haven't played it for about 4 or 5 days now, but I feel like I'm making good progress. All right, let's check this one out. You won't see spoilers if you're playing the game instead of cruising. I mean, you do check out Twitter every once in a while, right? I mean, I look for my news everywhere to plan for these shows. So, you know, I look at websites, I look at Twitter, I look everywhere. I've got feeds from all over the place, and so you can't not stop it. You know, I put a lot of work into preparing these streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays. People might think I don't spend any time, but I spend a lot of time trying to make sure that there is stuff. Sometimes I can't find anything and I have to just work around it, and then suddenly, within the last 2 hours of the day, I get a flood of news like we had today, which made me start late because I had to replan the whole stream within the last 2 hours. But, you know, I'm sure like others, they put a lot of work into getting these streams, you know, ready and to, you know, to prepare a good stream for everyone to enjoy. And, you know, if you guys are enjoying the stream, happy days. I mean, objective, you know, achievement unlocked, objective complete. But it's when we, if we don't put the, you know, a lot of people put time in. You've got others that don't and just sit there and do nothing. But at least I know from my end, I put, you know, a lot of time into preparing these streams. And I do hope you guys do enjoy it. Let's have a look at this.
The deep, the wires that weave, the heart.
Like, I know that I would game way more if I wasn't investing that much time into creating these streams.
We are charting new territory.
And I usually have things, all the tabs all set up as well to flow through a certain motion. I get the odd few curveball from you lot every now and then, asking questions about something else that I have to drag forward and restructure on the fly. But Everything I do on these streams is usually done in a set motion.
Has come to pass.
Important stuff is in the beginning and the middle, and the less stuff towards the end.
I fear they will only be content when this place is reduced to ash.
There's a million universes out there, and they're all trying to eat each other. Maybe it's simply our turn.
It's been a long road, but I truly think we're nearly there.
What type of a game is this?
Ask yourself, has the moment arrived, or will it wait?
Is it PvP, PvE? Is it a story-based game? I'm not actually sure. Oh crap, I opened up the wrong application. There's one more trailer that you sent. Companions. Let's have a look at that. I'll have a look and see how long it takes to play each game, because obviously if we can, we rotate people around. So if each game isn't too long, then it might be something. Okay, I can't even make this max. It's not letting me. It's crashed or it's bugged out or whatever. It also depends how much it is. If it's not on Game Pass, because I usually pick Game Pass games to run on community nights so everyone can join in without having to buy a game. I don't know, Susanna. It is on Game Pass. I'll have a look. I'll check it out. Yeah, I'll have a look and see what it's like and see how long each round takes. And see what it is. But yeah, definitely something we can add into a community night roundup. In terms of play anywhere, from Nacon, Dracula, Werewolf, The Mound, which looked awful, Gear Club 3, and Hunter is play anywhere. For those interested. And yeah. Man, everyone making news today about Asha Sharma is reportedly treading carefully as she works out what to do with exclusives. Man, I've been telling this for the past week or two. How are these guys so slow? How? How are they so slow, man? I don't even know. You see? They're just not as smart as me, folks. They're just not as smart as me. This is what I was talking about, the NTE replacement. Which one do you prefer? This one? Or this one? That's what they've replaced it with. So this is what it used to be as you're running by. And now it's this. The first one is so much better, right? And yet the crybabies cried and whinged and, you know, had tantrums on... Man, it was crazy. Absolutely diabolical, man. Absolutely diabolical. What's this? Okay, I'm gonna watch this one last clip, and I don't really think there's anything else out here unless anyone wants to chime in with anything to talk about. But I can't really see anything else. So, not usually a huge fan, but I thought I would end on this one for the first time in God knows. I don't think we've ever ended on this. But let's check it out. It's Mr. Roach.
AI is going to be used with everything. Every company is going to be using AI. There's not going to be a company that isn't using AI. I mean, for example, like Iron Mouse has YouTube videos, right? Like, let me see if I can just pull up, like, I'll give you an example, right? You probably have, if you go through this, you can do, there's a transcript, right? And all this is transcripted. Like, this is done with technology, right? It's done with some form of AI. Same with, you know, like subtitles and everything like that. And you have all of these instances of people that are basically fishes complaining about water whenever they're able to perceive it. But I think the reality is that we're totally surrounded by AI. AI is part of our everyday lives already. Like, if you're using Twitter, your information and what you're typing and saying is being fed directly into Grok, for example. And so there's nothing that you can really do to get away from it. So drawing these imaginary lines in the sand about AI doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because how can you have a platform and have an internet presence on a platform that, you know, basically is being used for AI generation? You're uploading content onto a platform that is, you know, actively using your content for AI generation. They're obviously doing this, like, duh. And so, but you're going to draw the line at a video game making an AI billboard. There's no logic to that. You see what I'm saying? I've played AI video games before. I've been a pretty big supporter of AI. Like, I use AI on my stream. Like, I feel like I'm a pretty big advocate of AI, if you want me to be honest. It's cheap virtue signaling.
But he isn't wrong here, Bold.
This is what I want. I want a list of every creator that's going to virtue signal about how bad AI is. And I want to wait 5 years. I want to wait 3 years. And then when Twitch integrates AI, because you know they're going to do it, they're going to integrate AI themselves. And then when other things integrate AI, I want to ask them, is AI good now? Do you support it? But the reality is that I think with a lot of people, they are more than willing to say that this is bad when it is of no cost to them. And I think that, again, like, she is not taking a sponsorship, but I think there's a secondary reason for that they literally lied to her, which...
Fuck's sake, Max. I mean, I don't really like Asmund much. I think he does a lot of stuff that's just fake. And he's openly admitted to doing it anyway. But I think he's on point with this one. I wanted to see what his take was on it, but I think he's on point with this one. And I think, you know, they're all just virtue signaling. They're all just virtue signaling, seeing what will stick and what will trend and what will get them, you know, reputation. Star Fox is not being released physically. It's only apparently digital. No physical release has been announced. And it's going to cost £42 in the UK. Xbox is once again apparently creating a new label for physical games. I mean, you know it's bad when people start agreeing with Asmon, right? I shit on Woowa for AI, but Tencent's tools for rigging are too good for one of the most tedious jobs in the industry. It is. A fifth-time remake? Did you know that it's only sold 12 million copies in 30 years? Star Fox has only sold 12 million copies in 30 years. That's insane. And there's been a lot of Star Foxes, right? A lot. But 12 million? That's crazy. Oh, well. Mixtape is getting great reviews, though, so I wanted to play it anyway. Definitely going to check that one out. Here it is. This is what I was talking about. Last thing I'll do then. Star Fox. Star Fox Guard was released, whatever that was on. 0.25 million. Star Fox Command, 0.43. Zero, 44. Assault, 1 million. Star Fox 64 3D, 1 million as well. Adventure sold 1.8 million. Star Fox, I assume that's the GameCube one, sold almost 3 million. And Star Fox 64 sold 4 million. So wait, what's the difference between Star Fox 64 and 64 3D? There was 3D on the N64? Like Panzer Dragoon, right? Bags, super niche. But still fun for the category that they want to be in. But folks, it is way past midnight. I am gonna call it there. 3DS port on 64. Ah, okay, I see. That makes more sense. That actually makes more sense. I was actually going to jump over to Twitch and stream some NTE, but I think it's a bit late for that now, being past midnight. So I'll be around tomorrow and probably will go live over at my other YouTube channel and Twitch, multi-streaming. Links to the new channels are in the description below for those of you that are going to be interested in checking that stuff out. And with that, I am going to say goodnight. I hope you all had a great time tonight. I know I did. And I hope the stream went jolly well for you all. Have a good night, folks. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for the continued support in the videos. And I'll see you next time. Peace out, folks. Remain legend.